one, go! about this?
PK Fire! PK Thunder!
How about
PK Fire! PK Freeze! PK Fire! PK Fire! PK Fire! PK
3, 2, 1, go!
You should be good. Go ahead and talk.
All right, cool. Sorry for the delay, guys. But yeah, anyways, we're here with Smashcade Online. I am Vance. I'll be walking through to you guys with this commentary for today. Thank you guys all for joining. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Pretty sure I already said that. But yeah, thank you guys for joining in today. Honestly, it's a pleasure to be here with you all, and I hope you guys are all having a good time, staying safe. Like me, probably went to go get groceries and get some food and get ready to cook something interesting later on tonight. But hey, let's get on to the matches, because well, I can talk about food all day. I want to talk about some of these matches. So what I'm seeing here is E minor and Cortex. Yeah, and I'm definitely excited to see these two come out. Hopefully, put on some great matches for you guys. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you guys can definitely follow along with the Smash.gg. Definitely follow along with the brackets. I believe it should be available for you guys in the chat. I usually hit the exclamation point, bracket. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this match right away for you all. Without further ado, without any more waiting, basically here, it's Terry versus Pac-Man. This is definitely one of those matchups. I can tell you right off the bat that I have way more fear for Terry than I do for Pac-Man, just because Pac-Man has a really good job of zoning characters out like Terry, which would particularly love to be more in close range. But for Terry, the minute he is able to break the mold and get in, it's going to be a lot of serious damage. I mean, already 40% onto Pac-Man, and he's already experiencing just a little bit of trouble here. Coming in really hot with a couple of options off of the hydrant here, gets the situation with attack there. Tough spot for Terry to be under the stage, but he survives there. Alright, nice parry here. Parrying online is one of those mechanics that I tell everybody, in theory, it should be easy, but coupled with the lag a little bit, can be hard at times. But if you get it down, you can survive pretty well. Solid pressure here. The hydrant being in place is a big factor because it also pushes Terry as well, alongside Pac-Man. And if it does break, it can cause more shield damage here. The go meter is activated here, so this is go time for E minor. Cortex should be a little bit more on the defensive side, just because of options like so. Doing a pretty good job of just trying to mix it up. Nice. What a good change here for the hydrant, coming in with the assist. Sets up hydrant one more time here. Has the edge control here. Lets it go. I would have loved to have seen him cover the jump option from the ledge, just because Terry can go for a couple options with that. Unfortunately, though, lets that go a little bit too fast. Oh, wrong direction for the grab. Good mash out, though. Terry does not have any kill throws, but he can definitely throw Pac-Man forward and put him in a tough spot. Nice. Okay. E minor with... Okay. This is a situation here where I try to tell everybody, when you see Pac-Man have Hydrant in play, your opportunity here should just definitely to understand where it's at. Maybe if not focus too much on hitting it, because it does have to load health, but also understand that if Pac-Man does hit it, you will take a lot of damage and you can lose the stock that way. And that's another layer already existing on Pac-Man's toolkit. Good shield, no punish out of it though. Auto turn around from Terry, pretty scary here. The Burning Knuckle, looking to close the gap here. This is his edge guard. Good opportunity for him to go to empty hop. You can usually mix it up with a tomahawk grab or get an aerial. Unfortunately, just miss execution there. Nice, baits it out a little bit. Oh, and he changed it up to the up smash. I like that. Trying to see if Terry was going to commit to a jump. Okay, E minor holds center stage, trying to fight back here. Able to get out of the stun here and not having to worry about Hydrant. Go meter activated. Cortex with all the opportunities like so to take care of that stock with as quick effort as possible. Nice. Oh, and he set himself up for the back air, but unfortunately Grab has such a disjoint that it's able to grab him out of it. This is good for E minor. He's trying to play this a little bit more cautiously. As you can see, he's not trying to go for a lot of aerial options just because Pac-Man has really good aerials on shield. But already Cortex with a lot of the big brain plays just to put E minor a little bit off the stage. Likes it, comes back 51% to 0. Okay, gets a full cross up, charge the fruit. There are situations where I feel like even though you have to worry about Pac-Man holding shield, E minor should not be afraid to adjust himself for and maybe go for a grab just to force him out of that situation here. You definitely want to do your best to take care of your opponent's more comfortable options so that you can start to break them away as soon as possible. Jab, jab, no power dunk. He has Go Meter activated 110. Could be a scary play for both players, honestly. Oh no. Minus on shield. This is a down throw, but not it just yet. Good opportunity for Cortex to have himself a setup here. The water hitbox will cause some problems, and the trampoline will cause an issue. Cortex takes game 1 with such a brilliant play, setting up the trampoline in a situation where Terry was always going to be having to face that option. That's kind of one of the scary things about Pac-Man. He can actually just do trampoline and neutral, and you're forced to honestly just act with it. So, good stuff to Cortex putting on a really good play. If you guys are like me, probably a guy who played the PlayStation 1, played Crash Bandicoot, the name Cortex is very, very familiar with Big Brain. So, nonetheless, good stuff. E minor did a really good job. He had Go Meter just a few times that I felt that he went for Buster Wolf and he went for a cross stage. It was just too much. You know, it was too much time for Cortex to understand, okay, I'm at a safe distance here. I can punish you if you do go for Buster Wolf. And that's something that I felt that Cortex was accounting for. He wasn't really necessarily accounting for which option E minor might be going for. It's more about, okay, where am I going to be when he executes one of these moves so that I can punish him and make the better of this. So good set to Cortex. E minor may have to evaluate that game plan. He was doing pretty good though, solid aggressiveness there. Like I tell anybody, careful with the hygiene. You kind of have to respect it more than you would. It is one of those moves that add another layer to Pac-Man's game plan, but also it's one of those moves that actually have to load in its health. So you can knock it out, something very similar to that you see in Rosalina and Luma. Of course, you guys are watching Smashcade Online. I am Vance, joining you guys for the day here. And honestly, a pleasure to be with you all. You guys can definitely hit that follow button if you guys are interested in more tournaments. Definitely check us out as well there. Of course, this is Smashcade number 14 here. I see a 1. Could mistaken that, unfortunately, but let's go into 14. And next match, this is best of 3 here. Top 96. Already off the bat here, Cortex feels very comfortable with the same game plan. That's kind of one of those things you have to do against characters like Terry or Ryu. Understand your spacing game, especially as Pac-Man, just because there's a lot that you can do to make sure when these opponents are trying to get close to the gap between you two, there's a lot that you can do to keep them away. But also understand, if you fail to do so, they can easily tie up the percents, just as E minor has done so. So far, he's in the lead. Okay. I was going to say, careful with the air. When it comes down to air-to-ground combat, something that Pac-Man does really good masterfully is just having that forward smash, up smash, but also the ability to just go out of those options. Unfortunately for E minor, the only option there was to tech, and he couldn't even get that at the last second there. Really difficult spot to be in. Nice, good up smash. E minor takes control. Situation that I would have loved to have seen from E minor is take more stage control in terms of take the edge guard, because at that situation, Cortex may be trying to land center stage. That allows you time to juggle, but that also allows you time to evaluate where my opponent might be landing as well. And if they're going to go to the edge, you can try to lock that down if they go center stage, go for an up air, and then go on from there. Cortex does an excellent job setting up the Hydra that covers the platform. If Terry was looking for a safe place to land, that was not going to be it. Cortex with the forward air sets up the Hydra to tumble down here. This puts E-Miner in such a really rough spot. Good play here. I was going to say a pretty big brain play just to go down for the down smash, let the water box carry him to Terry, and then also have the bell to cover options as well. Oh, misgrab. Pac-Man's grab is a little bit disjointed, but it does have that. If you don't get it, trust me, you're stuck in that position for quite some time. 103. See, this is the problem here. I like the fact that he's going for Buster Wolf just because he can close the gap from center stage and then take the stock, but it takes a lot of it. It's not plus on shield. Power Geyser is also another one of those moves that you could definitely use if you catch your opponent jumping. It also does a really good job of catching a lot of the 5 options that you can do from ledge. A little bit of pressure there, especially with Hydrant, Water Box, and a little bit of a forward tilt. Power Dunk 127 here. E-Miner has to play composed as possible if he wants this game. Nice, and he gets up at the nick of time to avoid the bell. Good stuff. I like the Power Geyser. Like I said, Hydrant has to load in its health. So if you're able to actually do it effectively before it even finishes loading its full health, you will knock out Hydrant, and you don't have to worry about it much. Yeah, those smashes from Pac-Man. Oh no. Teching is hard, as you can see. Sometimes you get tech chased online, but you gotta mount for those lags, and sometimes you gotta know when to press that L or R button just to get that tech. E-Miner has been caught by the Hydrant twice already here, and that's what I feel has been Cortex's master plan, is having the Hydrant always available for himself and having him be more of a disturbance. Nice. Same plan as the last time. Use the water box to move himself toward the ledge, and that could actually easily take a stock because he is in that charge animation. But if you are charging a smash attack, you will take more damage as well, or more knockback. And Cortex is looking to just set this guy already off the mark. He knows I got 2 stocks. You have 1 left. You're at high percent. Give me the W. I'll see you some other time, bro. Oh, and right before he can actually get the invincibility from the pellet, gets off to E-Miner. Not sure if he was aware of that, but that's one of those things about Pac-Man. He doesn't have invincibility until he bites the pellet, but hey, he doesn't need invincibility or a pellet when a Fire Hydrant is in play. And that's kind of one of those tricky things about Cortex. Fire Hydrant is always out there, and it's always available to him, on stage or off stage, with any plan or with no plan at all. Cortex takes it over at E-Miner 2-1. Great stuff all around. Great to see, honestly. Pac-Man's one of those characters that I'm always fearful of, especially online. As much as I am offline, in the offline space, trust me, knowing the fact that Pac-Man has a really strong master plan of mixing me up with Hydrant, charging fruits, able to actually run away, solid aerial frame data, pretty scary to face offline. Terry, a tremendous, I mean, we've all seen how Riddles can do with Terry. So it's also one of those characters that you have to be very, very cautiously optimistic with, because the minute he gets that meter activated, it's go time for him, and he can obliterate stocks, run you over, snowball, you name it. There's a lot that he can do. So as I said, guys, we are moving. This is top 96. We're definitely moving up the bracket to get the top 8 for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the tournament today. I know it's a pretty hot day here in Southern California. It's about the 100 degrees. I don't know where you guys are, but I hope you guys are, having a good time today, enjoying your Saturday. Long weekend, actually. It's a Labor Day weekend, so I hope you guys are also enjoying that too. Perfect time to catch up on some VODs, maybe some tournaments, hang out with a couple friends online. If you're like me, have the time of day to buy some groceries. But while I could sit around here and talk about myself all day, we are approaching our next match. I am seeing flying fish appear onto the boxing ring here.
Flying fish versus G's with a J-E-E-S.
All right, flying fish versus G's with a J-E-S. Nice. Good to see more competitors come up on here. I'm not aware of who these 2 players are, but hey, nonetheless, I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and give us a good time to run by. Looks like I'm pretty sure they're definitely talking about their options. For those of you guys watching on the stream, for those of you guys watching probably on the VOD or at home, I hope you guys are enjoying this as well as I am. But also, definitely take the time to, if you're tuning in for the first time, Smash is a game that involves very interesting tug of war. There's a lot of stage control happening. There's a lot of stage loss happening. Edge guards. There's a lot of terminology. So some of this is new to you guys. Definitely pay a little bit of attention. I'll try to cover some of that for you guys, especially when it comes down to the matchup as well between Pac-Man and Terry. A lot of things happen where Pac-Man just loves to use Hydrant. One more extra layer that I love that Pac-Man does that sometimes players seem to forget is he can use that trampoline on the stage. We saw Cortex execute a brilliant edge guard by using that trampoline at the last second, coupled that with the Hydrant play to cover not only the platform, but cover the get up, the jump get up, and even possibly the shield get up for X shield pressure. That's a lot of that's another terminology out there for you guys. Shield pressure. It's definitely when you're applying pressure to the shield when an opponent is holding a guard. So, I believe we're getting on next. So I believe I pulled up here. All right, cool.
Alright, so G's looks like to be Dr. Mario, and Flying Fish is
Okay, Dr. Mario versus Jigglypuff. This is definitely a matchup that, when you put it on paper, Jigglypuff wins, but Dr. Mario's strongest suit is his knockback factor is really, really high. Not so much combo heavy, but more so in a knockback is where Dr. Mario really accelerates. But for the one thing that he lacks is a strong recovery plan compared to Mario or Luigi. Jigglypuff can do a lot to take care of that. And it's all a matter of the fact of when Flying Fish can actually find an opportunity in the air-to-air scenario where he can put Dr. Mario off the stage, like so. I mean, already you can see G's just panic with a neutral air. It's a really good option to throw out because of its lasting hitbox. Big issue is that he wasted a jump, and because of loss of jump, he put himself in such a tough position off the stage. Being without a jump is like being without a paddle. Good down throw. Okay. A little bit overzealous with the sing here, but that would have been good to catch G's a little bit off guard, especially if you're trying to go for a little bit of aggressive play on the platform. Oh no. Burn the jump too, and he's off the stage. He landed on the ground, but unfortunately exhausted his option here. I like the tornado. You have to go for that situation because you are very much off the right side of the stage. So anywhere where you can use tornado to kind of accelerate yourself closer to the edge is good. Big problem is that you don't have a lot of jump height with Mario. You have great knockback, great damage percentage, but Jigglypuff accelerates at the one place Dr. Mario fails, is being in the air. Nice. Using a little bit of that. That's the one thing about Jigglypuff. Great aerial drift, multiple jumps, lasting hitboxes, solid aerials. Jigglypuff is one of those characters that definitely accelerates in the air-to-air combat. You kind of have to respect Jigglypuff or find ways in which she doesn't feel as comfortable as being in the air, such as throwing out projectiles. Even though I do see G's going out for these pellets. Oh, for pill. Oh, no. That's probably going to be the stock if he gets it right. Nope. Doesn't go for the rest option there. That's a pretty safe smash attack. At that situation, he probably had enough time to just go for a down smash or an up smash. Maybe try to get a little cross up. But of course, if you guys don't know, you can mash out of things like rest. If you are in the sleep animation or if you're in stun, definitely feel free to roll that controller from the C stick or the control stick itself. Oh, up tilt. Oh no, that's dash attack. I am sorry. Flying Fish takes us up with a 2 stock and a pretty quick game 1 already. Like I said, on paper, Dr. Mario, great knockback, great damage, lasting hitboxes. I kind of want to see G's go for more aerial pills, just because they're coming from the air, which is typically a place Jigglypuff likes to be in. She can jump over them, but at least just give you time to touch the ground and then reevaluate your situation from there. Even though Jigglypuff accelerates in the air-to-air, having Jigglypuff having to deal with something in the air can stop her from feeling comfortable in it as well. There are times that I feel maybe G's can go for a cape, try to cheese something in there a little bit just to push Jigglypuff away, then respond in kind, but at the end of the day, Dr. Mario definitely suffers in the air, and that's where Jigglypuff loves to be. So game 1 goes to Flying Fish. As the name implies, Jigglypuff is kind of a flying fish, except it's the balloon Pokemon and not a fish Pokemon. Now, Flying Fish is saying here, what I can't see the full text, but Flying Fish is saying, lose the battle, win the war, probably. That's kind of one of those things about Jigglypuff. She may lose the battle in some scenarios, but she wins the war in a lot of them. Especially when it comes to the aerial gameplay. exhausting your opponent's options. She's able to have multiple jumps, good drifts, solid stalls with pound, enough that she can frustrate the opponent to pick an option, something laggy or something they're trying to approach with. And then Jigglypuff, because she has good frame data afterwards, especially in the air, she can execute really, really well on that. Looks like our next two players have probably decided the next stage. From here on out, let's see what goes on from there. Of course, stage 1 was Battlefield. Against Jigglypuff, usually you may or may not want to have a smaller stage. Something like Smashville, maybe more in the cards, but we are seeing Flying Fish switch to that Cable. I'll be feeling pretty confident in himself, seeing I can do against Dr. Mario. Cable, one of those characters that was strongly buffed in the last patch. See how he can do it here. Many people attribute K-Rool to being the antithesis of a Wi-Fi main. Of course, you have to really respect K-Rool Crown if you're not reflecting it, but also respect what Crown can lead to, especially on the combat within close or far range. Of course, being a heavy, K-Rool has definitely within the top 5 heaviest characters in the game. What he lacks, I feel like he doesn't even lack speed at times. Sometimes K-Rool feels pretty fast if you ask me. But what K-Rool lacks in, so to speak, frame data, he makes up for really strong knockback, really heavy body, a reflector, the fact that Belly has armor. Of course, you can break the armor if you're able to hit it with a strong enough move. But K-Rool is able to lock down situations where opponents would be feeling comfortable to jump in, as so. Oh, missed Boruto. I like it though. Covers the jump in there with a neutral air. And takes the time to see, you know what, he's on the platform, might be going for a jump out of the platform, because I already set up Cannonball. And that's what I'm saying. K-Rool does a really solid job of just locking down positions, and the opponent would be more or less feeling comfortable. Right? Go for an aerial? Too bad. There's a cannonball in the place. Trying to stay somewhere in the neutral, you have to respect Crown just enough because you can get hit by it, and it'll allow K-Rool to follow up at certain percents. Nice. Cover the high option here. Oh, good approach using the tornado. Nice. Kind of caught K-Rool a little bit on the slip on the getup. He thought it was safe to normal getup, but usually you never are. Cannonball in there for the assist with the forward air. Flying Fish still looking for opportunities here. He knows that he has G's at 131 and the stock on Flying Fish with the lead. Doesn't have to do much at this point. He kind of understands, you know what, if I have to stay at the ledge, that's fine. I'm the one with the 2-stock lead. I can run anywhere in this big stage that is Town and City. That is the one thing that probably may work more for G's, is having that big stage. Okay. Taking time to set up pellets. I do like it. You want to make sure K-Rool has to hold shield, giving you time to go for a grab or face something here in the neutral. Nice nair, but unfortunately was not able to capitalize off a tech chase. Watch out with the cannonball. Yeah, because he's seeing that he knows there's only one place G's is going to run to, and that's the air. If I were Mario, sometimes just throwing in a neutral reflector right there in a situation when you're in the same plane of the stage is much better than trying to over approach. Unfortunately, that's going to be a back throw. Flying Fish feels comfortable going for that option. Not enough just yet. I love the play from the platform though. That would have definitely put G's right out of the tournament. Low recovery. Nice for the tornado, and he's able to make it back on the stage here. G's is not out of the fight just yet. K-Rool recovery can be pretty difficult to deal with just because it does have the helicopter and it has a hitbox, but nonetheless, there's the first forward smash I've seen from the K-Rool, and a quick left hook gets Dr. Mario out of the boxing ring and Flying Fish on to the next match. Good stuff. Definitely want to say K-Rool is one of, like I said, super solid at locking down a lot of the planes, where if you want to go for aerials, you have to be careful. If you reflect the cannonball, it will be sent back up towards you. You have to respect Crown just enough to be aware that if you do get hit by it, it allows K-Rool to either push into an advantage or push into an aerial, and then that will allow K-Rool to continue on with his game plan. So if you're Dr. Mario in those situations, you just want to reflect, see what your opponent's reaction is. You do have pills in which you can try to lame out your opponent and then force them to react to you instead, and then take it from the air, especially with Dr. Mario's great knockback and his ability to just have a long-lasting nair versus a character like Jigglypuff. So yeah, we're going to be queued into our next match. Coming up pretty soon, guys. yeah, G's definitely had a pretty solid game. I want to say more so or less game 2 was much better than game 1. Game 1 was pretty rough against Jigglypuff. Definitely one of those matchups that some players are not accustomed to. But against the K-Rool, he seemed to be a little bit more composed because he knows, hey, I'm not going for Jigglypuff anymore, but you still have to give K-Rool some respect. I don't think this character is low tier like some people think. I actually think this character is more closer to high tier than he was, especially given the recent buffs that he had. But I am seeing Watermelon come up on the stream here. Let me go ahead and... as we wait for our next opponent. Of course, if you guys are just joining me, this is Smashcade Online, number 14. I am Vance_EACL, and your commentator for today, taking you guys through some of these matches on such a great Saturday. If you guys are waking up in the morning, or in the afternoon, or at night, depending on your time zone, I hope you guys have had a great day, having a great day, or plan to have a great day. And if you're like me, you're probably in the AC trying to stay away from the heat. And of course, definitely guys, this is September. Definitely feel free to throw away some of the subs. Those subs are, of course, discounted for the month of September. They will, I believe it's like $1 less than the usual $4.99. So if you have Prime Gaming, you have that free sub. Definitely feel free to use it and drop it on here for Smashcade. Help support the stream, keep the lights on, keep the shows going. And if you have no money to toss away, hit that follow button to stay in tune with some of the latest Smash Ultimate action here from Smashcade Online. And I'm definitely enjoying this track in the background. I hope you guys are too as well. If you guys are definitely also want to help support the stream as well, feel free to tweet it out. Get that twitch.tv/Smashcade. I think it's... yeah, Smashcadeok. And definitely spread the word of what's happening as a really good solid tournament that we're seeing today. Of course, you guys can definitely see in the links below that we have the donation, the merch, Instagram, Facebook. And if you're like me, you like to rewatch the VODs, definitely check out the YouTube as well. I believe our next player will be coming up to the stream pretty soon. So yeah, I believe that was some of the top 49 stuff. We are moving on to top 8 territory, for those of you guys wondering. Sorry, really top 90, 92, 96. And then we are moving into the top 8 territory where it is best of 5, of course. Stage choices and bans do really matter, especially against your opponent, and figuring out what character they're going. In a stage like Town and City, you have to evaluate that you have enough space to move around K-Rool and try to use it as much as possible, but K-Rool also knows they are going to try to run away from some of my projectiles, some of my aerials, so I have to find scenarios in which I can benefit from that much better. Especially for the way that we saw Flying Fish do. He was very well aware of when he was going to see that Dr. Mario go for an arrow from the platform. Usually a lot of players like to jump in with a neutral air just because it's long-lasting, it's safe, it's a solid hitbox disjoint, with a lot of neutral airs are actually. And then once they are able to get in and break through and get towards center stage, then they can work on things. For Flying Fish, knowing the common options that opponents go for at the ledge or at platforms allows him to definitely execute much better. So definitely always check out what's the possible option your opponent may be looking for when they're on stage, off stage, ledge, or platforms, especially in stages like Town and City. Our next opponent here is going to be You're Too Slow, a Sonic. I am biased because I actually like the character Sonic. I may not enjoy him so much as I do in this game, but hey, he's a really cool character in concept. The series is definitely one that I've always been near and dear to my heart. You're Too Slow, definitely one of the great Sonic mains alongside players like Sonics. We've also, 6WX is also one of those players who doesn't play too much Smash Ultimate from what I've seen, but also You're Too Slow and Sonics are two of the biggest Sonic mains in the name when it comes down to Sonic mains in general, especially over Wi-Fi, given these past few months. So, against a character like Sonic, in my opinion, ZSS, nice. This is going to be an interesting one. I think a lot about what ZSS does, being able to have a really great neutral air, forward air, up air, juggles, the stun, the disjointed grab, the Zair can give Sonic a lot of trouble. But also Sonic has the speed and the more vulnerability to move around Zero Suit. But when it comes to the air, Zero Suit accelerates just a little bit more with her neutral air, being so safe on shield, a really great pressure tool, and then forward air being slightly disjointed enough. So this is Lights versus Virtuoso. I do like it. Lights is playing pretty calm. He's kind of saying, okay, I have not necessarily the percent lead, but I kind of have the stage control. It's Virtuoso who has to move around me. I have to remain composed because the minute that he gets that chip damage, he can slowly follow up with another area or just run away and then try to force me in a scenario where I'm the one chasing him and he gets the whiff punish. There's the stun. One of those tools I mentioned that Zero Suit has over Sonic. Gets the boost kick for the stock. Lights already with the play. This can definitely be one of those rough matches Sonic has trouble dealing with. Especially with a character that does so significantly well with the air-to-air. Able to control the ground game with side special or with the laser. Stun gun, I apologize. Nice. You see that Lights is angling the shield there? That's because if you don't angle the shield with how small it is, you will get shield poked. If you're trying to angle the shield and you don't know how to do it, you either hold 2 shield buttons and then move the control stick slightly, or hold the B button while holding shield and then move the control stick slightly, and then you can angle the shield better to avoid getting shield poked. Good on comeback, breaking the mold here, able to take center stage and stage control against You're Too Slow with that side special. Good. Covers the ability to come back on the stage with the Paralyzer. If You're Too Slow was going to try to stay towards the stage, he either had to face it with a shield or worry about getting paralyzed on the way back. Nice boost kick to catch the landing here. Those are scenarios where you kind of have to factor: do I want to land at the ledge against ZSS, where she definitely accelerates at edge guarding me, or do I want to try to come back towards center stage? And in which case, Lights definitely felt comfortable taking care of that option against You're Too Slow. Nice on. Oh, nice. Great DI towards the stage so he can tech it. Back throw, not it just yet. 82%, You're Too Slow working on a stock potentially here at 113. Lights definitely knows You're Too Slow has to play for a lot here so it can do his best to fray his opponent. Nice forward tilt, able to hit him out of the spin dash. Kind of one of those things about Zero Suit Samus too. She's one of the few characters that actually give Sonic a lot of trouble in this scenario where he's more comfortable, and that's the spin dash. Also coupled with a great anti-air like up smash, great disjoints. Sonic has a lot to work for in this matchup. I'm talking about it. Tries to go for the spin dash. Sonic is normally comfortable, but the side special gives him a lot of trouble here. Stalling at the ledge. Great play. You're Too Slow. Thought it was safe to go for an option there, and just when he thought so, Watermelon had crossed him up for the stock and for the game. Great stuff. Big fan of Sonic, but I'm not gonna lie, seeing the ZSS put in work definitely goes to show for the audience out here, for those of you guys watching. This is a character that if you have trouble with Sonic, definitely consider picking it up. There are a lot of videos and a lot of players you guys can definitely look out for. Definitely check out Izal Smash. He puts out great content for some of you guys to learn the game. Definitely check out some old VODs. You know, we've seen Mars do tremendous work with Zero Suit Samus. And also we've seen You're Too Slow do tremendous work with Sonic, so definitely learn how this matchup is. A really good understanding of what character does Sonic struggle against, and maybe this could be a pocket pick for me whenever I enter Wi-Fi tournaments. Definitely knowing the meta and knowing the counter picks of the meta definitely helps players progress in bracket. You see it in all esports games. You see it in Valorant, you see it in Overwatch, and you definitely see it in Street Fighter. If knowing the matchup is half the battle, then learning it can definitely help you win the battle. So let's go on to game 2. I did mention how you were entering that top 8 territory, so it's probably going to be a best of 5. Once again, great shield angle coming out here from Lights. I like that opportunity. One of those things that Sonic Spin Dash has a little bit of trouble interacting with the shield, so that's why you do see Lights kind of approach with shield at times, just to see how You're Too Slow is going to react, and then it's still able to push in a little bit of advantage. Gets the neutral air. That's the scary thing about ZSS. She gets that neutral air. She can get started on several aerials, and then put characters in positions like we just see here. Nice, comes back stage. Good down smash for the Paralyzer. Set up an opportunity where he's holding shield. I like the down smash setup again. Trying to see if he was going to let go of shield. I would have loved to have seen the grab just because he had enough pressure there. Nice, You're Too Slow with the back here. This puts ZSS not so much in a rough spot. Never forget, she's got that flip kick, and she's never afraid to use it, especially when she's entering those side blast zones. Close. Pretty scary situation after the Zaire. Oh, back air so strong, especially at Town and City here. The side blast zones and that back air knockback is big enough to take care of Sonic at the platform. Great use of downer, avoiding the ability to just go for a low profile recovery. Nice. Kind of slowly changing around, giving him a little bit of the slip here, just because he knows you're too slow is going to go with across the stage to maintain that center stage control, in which Lights can just go for a side special and then take care of the stock. Oh, nice. One more side special there. Good opportunity here. I do like the Lights understands. I'm at high percent. I'm up the stock. I have the lead. If I hold center stage here, I could probably hold the keys to this next stock and then slowly progress to the keys to victory here. Good use of neutral air. Like I said, that can lead to a lot of options. At the ledge, it'll lead to either a flip kick or another aerial, and that will put You're Too Slow in such a tough spot. I like the fact that he's using those Zairs. Zair is really disjointed and a really great tool. Side special to catch him at the ledge. Look at this pressure that you're seeing from Lights. He's letting You're Too Slow know, wherever you go, I will challenge you with the appropriate move in which you can no longer challenge me with spin dash. Good cross up from You're Too Slow. And the reason why you see the spring is to avoid being followed up potentially and able to be in the air and just evaluate another situation to see his opponent. That's kind of one of those things that Solak accelerates in. When you see them in spin dash, they're looking for an option where you may be trying to react to it, and it allows them to execute like so. You're Too Slow finally with the stock here, 84% on his name. Trying to work on potentially what is the next stock, able to come in here with the forwarder, a little bit of the stage control, but when you try to have stage control of the ZSS, it's really rough with her flip kick, and she could just come back, and the boost kick to take care of the stock. That's the second time we've seen You're Too Slow just try to land on the stage when there are scenarios that maybe he might want to just try to grab the ledge and see where Lights might take it from there. Nice. Wait for the homing attack just to see how Lights was going to react. I like the spacing from Lights, looking to get the anti-air, seeing how You're Too Slow is always going to go towards the ledge. Nice there. Ooh, if that forward would have connected, that actually might have been the stock. The left and the right blast zones aren't that small from Town and City. Only the highest, only the ceiling is. This probably might have been You're Too Slow stage. Obviously, I feel like this is You're Too Slow stage choice, just because the high ceiling will allow him to survive boost kick a little bit longer. Great read on the panic directional air dodge. Usually your opponent will try to directional air dodge to try to get away. Just narrowly missing the mark on the down smash. Good flip kick. I think that's the one thing I'm appreciating here from Lights. Always trying to make sure he's holding center stage. Because he holds center stage, You're Too Slow is always at the ledge. And what a great anti-air from the up smash, knowing, you know what, if you want to be at the platform, fine. That up smash is always ready for you. And even with the high ceiling like Town and City, it doesn't matter when you're at high percent. And that's what I'm saying. This is probably You're Too Slow's stage choice. Lights takes up the next game here, putting up You're Too Slow way, way, way on the back foot here. I believe that's 2-0 currently for Lights. Of course.
Give you a heads up, I'm also going to be implementing instant replays.
Okay.
So if there's some shots, I'll just let you know instant replay, and then we'll roll it.
Sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds great. I like it. So great stuff from Lights. As you can see, ZSS is one of those characters that gives Sonic a lot of trouble. So You're Too Slow had one of the great stage choices. Okay, I need to counter boost kick. I need to counter up smash. That high ceiling that ZSS accelerates in knocking people out. Even then, ZSS can still knock people out from the side blast zones. Let's bring it back here to Town and City here for Game 3. You're Too Slow's potential last game, and Lights' ticket here to progress in the bracket. Tries to go for the grab. Good up smash to cover the center platform. There are occasional opportunities where Sonic just loves to try to land on a platform to feel much more safer. The one thing about... Oh, that was scary. That could have been... If You're Too Slow was DIing wrong, that could have been a boost kick and the stock. Nice. Great reaction. If your opponent crosses, if you're trying to cross the ZSS like that, you can't do it for free. You're too slow. Sees blood in the water, trying to execute like the shark that he is, but he can't find it. Boost kick, yeah. It's tough too because if you look at the position where You're Too Slow have put himself in, he is out of pretty much almost the worst spot at the ledge, especially being on a platform that's already on towards the side blast zones. It puts him in a very difficult spot. Or maybe just trying to go for a higher recovery or grabbing ledge, like I said, might have been the key answer. That's something that we haven't really seen too much from You're Too Slow. He hasn't really grabbed the ledge as much. Ledge will give you time to have that ledge invincibility, and sometimes it's worth it rather than lose stocks that way. Up air. Nice. A high ceiling on Town and City here, working up a miracle for Lights at 138. Nice. Good back air. Only because you know that once You're Too Slow is coming back, he's coming back with a vengeance. He might be going for spin dash or a dash attack, and Lights always wants to make sure You're Too Slow has to fight something. Knocking Sonic out of spin dash puts him in such a rough spot. There's the berry. I like that he was slowly accounting for the mash out, just because you can either go for a boost kick or go for another up air or back air, depending on how your opponent mashes out. Side special, that'll take care of this. Oh, close. Oh, you can see it. Lights was selling up for the ground. I like that. Couple side specials here just to let You're Too Slow come and challenge me with another spin dash if you dare, but Lights took all the time in the world to walk across the stage and tell this man there's an up smash waiting here for you. If you want to jump out, it'll be your death. Nice. Reads to get up option from the platform. Taking his time here, I like it. Sees the spin dash. You know that Sonic has to fight for the entire stage at this point. 191, You're Too Slow is looking for a stock, and he finally sees the opportunity using that down air while Lights was continuously looking for a juggle. A little bit too greedy. I respect it from Lights. You know, he's got all the chips on the board. Doesn't hurt to be a little too greedy sometimes, especially when you're still winning. Oh my god. That was a rough spot for you, so I don't see a... Like, I respect it where maybe he tried to avoid something, but when you go for a directional air dodge like that into a platform in which Zero Suit Samus can hit you with an up smash, an up air, a back air, a boost kick, with a laggy option on the platform, that's just... It's a tough call, man, but I don't think it was the right call at all, and unfortunately Lights will move up against You're Too Slow, and if that doesn't demonstrate how to fight against Sonic with a character that he struggles against, then I don't know what does, because Zero Suit Samus is definitely one of those characters that eats Sonic for lunch, breakfast, and dinner all day. You can see it in her game plan, you can see it in her movement, and you can see it in her disjoints. Definitely reconsider. Let's take a look a little bit here on the replay. You can see that You're Too Slow thought he was safe to come back on the stage here, but boost kick let You're Too Slow. He was not safe. He went for a defensive option there on the roll, but unfortunately he was going to get caught by it. Looking at that situation here, that's where Lights got greedy, and the directional air dodge is where You're Too Slow thought he was safe. Some great replays all around here for you guys to see. At key scenarios where You're Too Slow kind of fumbled the ball a little bit, he felt the pressure from Zero Suit Samus, but at times when you feel the pressure, sometimes it's better to go for the slower, safer option rather than the higher risk come back on the stage option. Even though you do have spin dash, Zero Suit ignores the spin dash here. But let's go ahead to our next player here. It is going to be Icy Mist coming next on the stage.
Icy Mist versus Kaden.
Alright, yeah, Icy Mist versus Kaden. Coming up next for you guys, Icy Mist, I believe is a Samus, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Icy Mist, one of those great Samuses. I mean, we all know how Samus is in the Wi-Fi space, but when I definitely got a chance to see players like Icy Mist, Afro Smash, YB, one of the Wi-Fi legends of Samus mains. I mean, he's one of the great Samus mains that you only get to hear about in Legend in Wi-Fi, in a Wi-Fi setting over in Japan. And then we also have Quick. Those are some of the great Samus mains that you can see. And this just goes to show this character is more than just a zoner. This character is a defensive character, but also an offensive character. And as the character does a really good job applying pressure on the shield, applying pressure on the air, and then also applying pressure on the ground. It almost feels like Samus is just as strong with the suit as she is strong without it. Vice versa, the character all around is just a great toolkit. Even though people may be biased towards Samus and just think maybe she's just a one-trick pony, if she is a one-trick pony, she's a one-trick pony that accelerates at doing it very, very well. And the Samus mains that do it very, very well, that don't use that one trick, are the ones that you should fear the most. And Icy Mist, ladies and gentlemen, is one of those Samus mains here. Of course, we do have Kaden coming next up on the stream. I believe it's spelled with a K, if I'm not mistaken.
The C and an at sign. I'm trying to find where that.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup for you guys because this is actually a Zero Suit Sam. I'm sorry, this is a Samus versus a Ridley matchup. Kaden definitely has been not too shy from some of the Wi-Fi tournaments. He did participate at Tomo Tuesdays, number 15, where he did lose to Yez and a Little Boy Blue, but he had a couple wins against Voltron and Endeavor. So yeah, Kaden definitely one of those players we have seen a little bit in Wi-Fi. And also being a Ridley, but he also means Zero Suit Samus, so if he does feel like the need to switch to a character that can probably close in the gap with speed, Zero Suit Samus is definitely one of those characters that he should not hesitate to switch to at all. Of course, Ridley is one of those characters we don't see too much representation of just because the character has, I wouldn't say a high skill ceiling, but it's one of those characters that because he's so big and so tall, that is his biggest downfall. But the character is not short of a lot of combos, using that down tilt to perfectly space his opponents, having a tipper as well, and also having some couple secrets in the bag with his side specials and his up specials when it comes to mix up on opponents. This character did receive a couple buffs here and a little bit of a change to his critical hit with the tail if he does manage to get that down special. Sometimes it won't send you into the stun, but you have to be careful where he goes for that because that's 60% on the back, and that's where Ridley loves to be. Not only does Ridley love to be in that situation here, being in the air isn't that scary for Ridley just because he has what we love to call Cloud's former in air. So we'll see how... And that's what I'm excited to see. A story told across galaxies, without any pun intended, without me being any corniness here. It's definitely a story told across galaxies. Many times has really died to Samus just when he thought he got the drop on her, but many times the Samus had to face one of the legendary space pirates here, and a couple up airs will put really in such a tough spot with 44%. Down throw forward air. Watch the jump here because if you burned it, you might have just lost your recovery. Good back air. Icy Mist with the setup. I like that opportunity. If you don't want to go for the neutral recovery, you have to worry about that neutral recovery either way. There's a bomb ball. There's a full charge shot blast. If you go for a jump get up, there's a forward air, there's a back air, and there's a zair. That was good for Icy Mist to account for the fact that maybe Kaden might actually be going for an aerial after going for the flamethrower. Was actually, I believe it's called plasma blast. Good forward tilt on the landing here, 155 to 139. There's the charge. Oh no, but I believe in fast falling he did not get the last hit. This is an up throw, yep. Probably Samus' only kill throw aside from forward throw at very high percents. Up throw is Samus' kill throw, depending on character weight and stage choice as well. It kills as early as 160, and on the worst case scenario, it can kill a character like Bowser at like 190 to 220 depending. Down throw forward tilt, nice, and he angled it just so he can get the tipper hit. Neutral air, this puts Samus in like I said, such a tough spot. Probably a scenario where he might have tried to go for a Zair, but because he was so low, didn't feel like it was a need to, and bomb ball bounce probably might have not have been enough. Forward air, nice. Good opportunity because that still puts out an aerial for Ridley to have to face to at the ledge. Nice. Going for that low recovery. Good opportunity to wait for the tech and use the screw attack at the last second to come back on the stage here. Kaden is doing an excellent job in a matchup where some would say this is a losing battle for Ridley. Good forward smash. Sees the cross up there. Icy Mist does not hesitate to go for the execution. Oh no! And in trying to read if Kaden was going to go for an aerial, that up smash has such a range coming right from behind Ridley. He was able to take game one. Kaden with such a strong play. Great opportunity to see, you know what? Samus loves to set up her specials so that she can have free access at times to aerials in which she may try to approach and call you out on. And Kaden was not scared to try to hold his ground on the stage, and it worked out so well for him in a situation where Icy Miss thought Kaden was going to falter. PS2, of course, usually the starter stage, pretty all-around basic blast zones. Most players usually prefer PlayStation. I like to call it PlayStation 2 just because it's as classic as the PlayStation 2, but most players prefer Pokemon Stadium 2 just because of those two platforms, small stage, small ceiling, small blast zones. Usually within the first game, players feel comfortable from there, and then maybe evaluate if they need a bigger or smaller stage. That's kind of the beauty of picking Pokemon Stadium 2 first. Occasionally players feel comfortable and then go ahead and feel free to run it back here. Let's go on to game 2 here. Icy Miss starting off strong as he did, kind of giving Kaden a little bit of the slip up there. Nice. Calls the high recovery, really does have 3 jumps, nice. And this forces really to go for a low recovery, giving Icy Miss enough time to go for a charge shot and hold center stage control. On the return here, unleashes the charge shot, isn't afraid to get it on the platform. Up at 0% here, Kaden has a lot to fight for, moving on to 160. Icy Miss, what the call on the aerial. Ridley has 3 jumps, but he's burning those 3 jumps just to try to come back on center stage, when maybe the ledge is a little bit safer to land. Nice. Here's the bomb ball. Using it to call out Ridley from that one. Nice forward air. When you have your opponents getting scared to go for neutral get up and going for jump get ups, that's when you have them in their plan. Unleashes a down air. Doesn't get the spike hitbox, but because Kaden was so caught up in that scenario, he angled the recovery at the worst possible angle. Unfortunately, the thing for Ridley here is he cannot angle the recovery like you would see Firefox. It only works in 4 angles, and they're very specific angles. Nice. Stalls that last hit of the aerial just so he can get that shield poke or see if Kaden let go of the shield. Kaden has such a lot to work against here. Finally gets the side special. That is a command grab. Good call out from the neutral air. This forces Icy Miss to go for that low recovery. Back throw? Nice. Stage control here. Icy Miss looking for the setup here. And an opportunity to just let go of the charge shot. Forward air at the last second. And that'll be the 3-stock. Icy Miss with a great comeback. And a message to Kaden. Game 1 is in your hands. Game 2 is in mine. I'll see you in Game 3 and maybe a different game choice here. Good stuff all around. You can see that Icy Miss did an excellent job of giving his opponent the fear of, if I come back with a shield get up, neutral get up, roll get up, I have to fight bomb ball, Zair, charge shot, neutral air, forward air, and when Samus sees you jump, that's when she likes to react here. And she's got great moves with great knockback with forward air, back air, and neutral air, especially with Ridley that's such a big hurt box. Samus isn't going to be really failing to hit that at all. So let's go on here to the next match. It is 1-1 on the board here for you guys here. And of course, I mentioned how Kaden has a couple characters. He does have Hero. I can see here on my stats chart here. He did go Hero 6 times in a couple tournaments here. He's also gone Pika, Rob, and Palutena once alongside a Roy at one time here. This is probably a counter pick matchup for many of you guys obviously know. If you go Hero, the aim of the game here is to get bounce and then take it there with a couple of buffs like Oomph. But if you aren't able to go for bounce here, then you start putting yourself in positions of, okay, Samus still has actions to her aerials and her projectiles. I have one more thing to worry about. But now that bounce is activated here, I do like the fact that Icy Miss's counterplay is to go for Zair. You still have a little bit of a range with Zair, even though it's not a projectile. It's got almost the range of one here. Bounce did run out here, so Kaden is forced to go for an option where he might try to find it when he gets the chance here. But if he lands on the stage, He can get it, but if he's off of it, he cannot. Might be trying to go for zoom here, and oh no, stuck in the option select here. He highlighted snooze. Nice downer. Gets the spike hitbox there, but Kaden did not go for a tech, in which maybe Icing is going to follow with a tech chase. Nice sizzle. Good call out there. Crackle Slash might be it. If it freezes Samus, could be the stock. Good there. Nice. Into the forward smash. Splits Kaden at 107. Icy Mist looking to move on here. Good forward tilt. Charge shot. No bounce in play. This gives Icy Mist a plethora of options here. Oh, finally, there's the bounce in play. Icy Mist might start resorting to that Zair, in which you can try to call him out. This is a back throw. This might be a runoff forward air or a Zair. Nice. Good play here. Icy Mist is keeping on the pressure. Not going to be the stock, but good call out. This does give Icy Mist more of the stage to work with. Thwack, nice. Hold the shield here. Thwack cannot activate against it. And at 160, like I said, if you're out of the certain stages, 160 is usually the up throw kill percentage. Starting at, I think it's like 162, 164. Crazy thing about Hero, even though you see some of his RNG be such a scare factor. Oh no, and he was charging the recovery. Icy Mist with all the pressure. Another 3-stock. Well, talk about pressure, man. Icy Mist was never scared with bounce and play. Kind of made it seem like this was Icy Mist's counter pick of a character. That's kind of one of the things about being a Samus main, right? You have to be used to opponents that may try to counterpick you to a character where you may lose to such an option like bounce. I did mention, though, that Hero was one of the lesser played characters that I've seen Kaden go for. I know he's got a ZSS. He may be trying to go for that ZSS just because she's a lot faster. We saw how ZSS plays against her too slow. So Kaden may try to opt to go that character. I don't know if he's going to pick a smaller stage here, just because if you do, it's a double-edged sword picking a smaller stage against Samus at times. Sometimes she accelerates in a smaller stage because you have less space to run around and more space for her. Less space to run around, less space for you to get away from her projectiles, and in a weird way, and more space for her to have you interact with her projectiles because you're in such a small place. So a bigger stage like we saw Kalos is probably more favored against a character like Samus. But Icy Mist, being the Samus main that he is, definitely knows what to do in those situations here. Let's go right into the next match. This could be Kaden's potential last game here. I mentioned that Zero Suit Samus finally coming out to play. He's digging deep in those pockets, and the smallest stage is going to be the choice here. It's kind of crazy because both characters, and in a weird way, Samus, like I made it sound, Samus kind of accelerates in a zone like this, and you can see it right off the bat, counting the jump recovery. Kaden, I might want to start holding my jumps closer to my chest, because it seems like those jumps are the things that are being called out, and the reason why you're losing the stocks. Okay. Stuck here in the neutral here. Kaden looking for an opportunity, gets a juggles. Center platform, goes for the back air, double back air. Okay, sees the fact that this man is almost ready to go here, but Samus comes back with the forward air. Careful in the neutral get up, because even if you went for the roll get up away or the roll get up towards, you will get hit by that charge shot. Better to just get up and hold shield at times. Back air. Nice one. Another one. I like the play here. Low, I like it. What Icy Mist did was a pretty solid option, where he set up a situation where Kaden might try to go for a low recovery. Think about Zero Suit Samus. She doesn't have to go for a low recovery if she doesn't want to. And of course, the stage does have walls, so she can wall jump. Good use of up smash. It was a pretty solid call out against Zero Suit Samus if he tries to go for an aerial out of shield. Another forward air. I like that choice. He knows. Samus, like I said, Zero Suit Samus doesn't have to go for a low recovery if she doesn't want to. She's going to try to recover either above the stage, to a platform, or on the stage itself. Nice. Good charge shot here. Holding the shield, I like it. Doesn't even have to angle because up smash does not poke. I like it. Kind of telegraphing a back air, but instead he throws out the down air. slowly mixing up against Kaden. Icy Miss is taking all the control. If there's a textbook to be read here, it's the textbook of Kaden, and Icy Miss has already read it here, but Kaden is fighting back, letting him know I'm not that easy as you think I am. Nice. I like that setup there. He kind of showed up that he might have been going for a back air, especially on the cross up after the up air. Icy Miss isn't even afraid to fight if he's off stage. Nice. I like that play. He covered the platform because even if he didn't hit him with a charge shot on the platform, he was looking to hit him with a charge shot on the ground, and the bomb ball was covering the platform either way. Nice. Still living here. One good DI as well. Icy Miss 154, but you have Zero Suit Samus and Rage, and it could be a very scary situation to be stuck in. Oh, good forward air, and that sends Kaden out to the loser side, and Icy Miss moving forward with a 3-1. I can see you guys in the chat. If you guys don't know, Icy Miss is definitely one of those great Samus mains that we've seen out here before, with the likes of YB, and with the YB is definitely one of those Samus mains we only see on Wi-Fi, especially in the Japanese scene, but we do see him alongside players like Quick and Afro Smash. Here, Kaden, I like the Zero Suit Samus here, but I mentioned how a small stage could be a double-edged sword, and for Zero Suit Samus, even though she's able to ignore situations where she would be in disadvantage, Samus can definitely start calling out those situations. And like if you're Icy Miss, a well-seasoned Samus main, you will definitely understand how your opponent got placed, especially when he feels comfortable. I believe that's going to be doing it for our next two players. I mentioned how, if you guys obviously don't know, we're in the top 8 territory. This is a best of 5 scenario here, so there are 5 chances.
Too far behind.
Okay.
Finish winners finals that won't have any other top 8 to stream. So I'm gonna try to get some losers matches.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna be hopping into we might be having into a couple of losers matches for you guys to see some of the players that didn't have a chance to shine, but hey, they're losers. They're still fighting for their chance to get to the winner's side. They're not out just yet, and we believe it's their chance to get some time on the stream and prove a thing or two here.
If I can't get any of them in match, we'll probably just hit up BRB.
Okay. Yeah, Icy Miss is insane. Icy Miss is, I'm telling you, one of the legendary Samus mains out there. I believe that was Johnny Westside, but he transitioned into a Snake main in Ultimate. I think he uses Samus here or there. We haven't seen him too much as of late. But yeah, Icy Miss is definitely one of those characters. Like people consider Samus a Wi-Fi main, but Icy Miss is not a Wi-Fi player. He plays like he's playing offline, and he plays like he's never afraid to go off the stage. He's definitely just one of those players that he may have a Wi-Fi character attached to him, quote-unquote Wi-Fi, but he does not play like a Wi-Fi person, even if he is a Wi-Fi warrior. Shout out to you, Kaden. I enjoyed seeing the really, though. You definitely had some of the sauce out there. I saw it with the down throw angled forward tilt, and I definitely saw with some of your options to call out Icy Miss on some of those jump options. Shout outs to Kaden, guys. Definitely really good. Samus is definitely broken on Wi-Fi. But yeah, Icy Miss plays very, very well. I agree with you. All of those statements right there. Definitely give a clap here to Icy Miss, but also to Kaden. 2 great players I had enjoyed seeing, and I also love to see some really one of those characters that I was super happy to see added on Smash. Not a lot of representation, but when I do see the representation, I'm always happy here for it.
Alright, so we're gonna hit a BRB. Our next match is going to be DP and losers round 7 in top 96. But until that match gets queued up, we're gonna hit the BRB.
Okay, guys. Well, like I said, we're going to be jumping into a couple losers matches. But before we can do that, don't touch the keyboard, don't touch the mouse. Hit the follow button. If you want to, don't forget, it's September. If you got Prime Gaming, because they don't no longer call it Twitch Prime, if you have Prime Gaming, you have that free sub, and feel free to give it out. No subs, hit the follow. Hey, even give a shout out to the stream here. We're going to be right back with a couple of bit on the loser side. Until then, I am Vance. Hey there, guys. Welcome back to Smashcade number 14. If you guys don't know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am Vance_EXE. I am a commentator here from Southern California area. And if you guys don't know where Southern California is, I'm sorry. But it is California. It is the southern area of it. It makes it any easier for you guys. We're going to have next up on the stream. It is going to be what I believe. Actually, let me cover a little bit for those of you guys just joining in here. We have Lights, 3-0 over You're Too Slow. Icy Mist 3-1 over Kaden. Now we're having Lieutenant Surge versus Jerry in the fight, in the loser side here, to make it up to the climb here. Of course, I do know who Lieutenant Surge is. He is a Ryu main from SoCal. Definitely one of those players I've seen in the offline space take a couple names here, alongside players like Nito, who's actually gone pretty infamous for going a character that we also see on the screen here is Ken. So this is something that Lieutenant Surge is actually not new to. Probably something that he has done playing a little bit of the Ditto. Thing here about Lieutenant Surge, I've actually faced against his Fury because I've actually never been able to beat him myself, even in the offline space. He's a really solid player at trying to hold the neutral, force his opponents to fall into his options, and then execute from there. But looking at the space here, he's not afraid to go aggressive, force that recovery option, cover the jump, and then use that auto turnaround that all the fighter characters have in this game to their best ability, and to some people's dismay. Oh no, great DI here. That's one of those things about him fighting against Nito, who is a Ken and Terry main here in SoCal. You have to know where to DI that sure you can, and as you can see, you have to DI a little bit out and away just to be able to survive. But unfortunately, at higher percents, that'll be true. I want to go ahead and make sure I recorrect myself. I don't think it's out and away, but you want to make sure you just have the right DI. So if I get that information for you guys, I'll definitely relay it to you all here. Lieutenant Surge already worked in the stock, filling himself, not afraid to go to the ledge here. I'd be scared if I were fighting Ken at the ledge, because look at how much damage he took, 60% to the 76. Already feeling the fury of Ken. A little bit of the cancel there. Nice. Okay, look, you can see that he holds down, so he is able to actually react with either a Shoryuken, and within that moment, he can easily go for the manual input, or he can react with an anti-air, such as up smash or an up tilt. That's kind of one of those things. Oh, great ledge jump here with the back end. Not going to give Lieutenant Surge the time of the day to actually come back on the stage. Okay, good. Holds the neutral here. This is kind of the classic tale of the Street Fighter here. The footsie's neutral, right? Who's going to give up the space? Which fireball will prevail? And which will allow me to close in the gap to actually put him in the corner here? And like we see here in the corner, Lieutenant Surge just trying to hold it, but he let it go nearly enough for Jerry to come in. You can see a patient, neutral, strong mentality. Even though he sees that he's down, he knows, I just have to keep myself centered and calm. And Jerry is at 90%, a percent in which I could definitely bring things back with the right confirm. Sure you can. Did he get the right DI? He's still surviving. Yes, he did. 89%. Tough spot to be in. And unfortunately, in the middle of the jump get up, he was just enough height where PS2 is a small stage, and it will take care of him there. Jerry, with game one in his hands, great stuff. Lieutenant Surge a little bit on the back foot now. I mean, this is a loser side here. This is a best of 3, not best of 5, where we see here the top 8 side. I do want to say Lieutenant Surge did a really good job of trying to play the patient neutral. I wouldn't even say try. He did play the patient neutral, where he was looking at where Jerry was going to be, trying to anti-air him, trying to guess his options, get those opportunities where he can get the reversal instead, call out Jerry, force him out of the fireball game, and then push to some of those options. But unfortunately, the one thing that Lieutenant Surge just couldn't execute there is when he finally had him in the corner. He's still doing an excellent job of just trying to be patient and call out Jerry for some of those aerial approaches. In the game with Street Fighter, he who jumps is the one to get hit the most, especially when you're jumping from the corner. But Ultimate is a whole different beast here, and that's what kind of makes the Street Fighter characters some of the unique characters that we get to see in this game here. I believe they are deciding the stage choices here. Now, as I mentioned, this is the loser side of the bracket for you guys. So they are still fighting for their chance to get up on the winner's side. I'm going to go ahead and look at the bracket. Like I mentioned earlier, we had Lights up 3-0 against You're Too Slow. Icy Mist 3-1 over Kaden. Lights and Icy Mist here are waiting in winners finals, where that's a best of 5 here. And then on the loser side, we have Underscore Sands and Flying Fish currently 1-0. And then of course we have Kaden in losers quarters alongside with You're Too Slow in losers quarters. We have Fruits in the losers side as well from losers round 1, awaiting between losers 7. I believe this is trying to climb up to it if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. We got Okay, we have some, and I apologize for some of you guys if you guys are joining the stream, for myself as well. Shoutouts to the player list, because these are some really strong. We have seen Nijin from SoCal. I see A Arrow, the legendary young Link main, who was able to get really in a really high spot in one of those Nintendo events. And of course, Lieutenant Surge from SoCal, fellow SoCal brother like myself. So here we are in the next match here. Let's see if Lieutenant Surge can bring it back. No SoCal bias aside. That's the crazy thing about Ken and Ryu. Once they've finally able to break, then like I say, he who jumps loses in the game of Street Fighter at times. But in ultimately it being a whole different beast, you can see Jerry is not afraid to come in with a jump and then get 60% for it here. Lieutenant Surge though trying to retaliate as much as possible. Great job on the DIs. You have to also remember you can't SDI to get out of options, in which some of those combos will be rendered useless. Good pressure, and they'll allow him to go for the poke to get into the Tatsu. Lieutenant Surge strikes back here, 125 to 85. This is literally any man's first stock. Nice. He goes for the Hadouken, forces the low recovery. Surge on the neutral. I like it. A little bit of a shield standoff. Nobody wants to let go because they both know they're just a touch of death away. Nice. I like how he canceled that opportunity into the focus attack cancel, just so he can take a hit and then punish accordingly. Oh, but unfortunately, he tossed it into the wrong place, into the Shoryu, and that'll put Jerry up on the stock lead here into the back. I mentioned how both of these characters are explosive in damage, but they're also explosive when they finally get in. Nice, looking to try to hold the neutral here. A little bit of the patient footsies game. Fireball war here. Jerry is not afraid to let go of center stage control. I like the jump in, reading the hard fireball to finally come in. Not just yet, 66% though. Surge has yet to have taken a stock. Nice, great parry into the Shoryu. I mentioned how online is very, very difficult. Not only do you have to worry about your input lag from the controller, which is about 8 frames with a game controller, 9 frames if you're on Pro Controller, for those of you guys wondering, but also you have to go with the input lag as well. And Lieutenant Surge, speaking of inputs, having a rough one there on the bottom of the stage. This puts Jerry in such a tough spot. I do like the fact that he takes time on the Angel platform to kind of compose himself. Hey, I SD'd a little bit. It's okay. I can bring it back if I keep my mind in place. Oh no, doesn't get the right call out. Good for the focus attack here, but unfortunately he goes for the hard hold, and this will give Jerry some time to come in here. Nice. Couple down tilts into the fireball. You can see that he kind of wanted to parry there, but he couldn't get it. Looking to read the jump from Jerry. That's kind of one of those things about Jerry. He's not very jump focused when it comes to being off stage. He's more of an on stage, as you can see. He's not afraid to jump in, especially in the fireball wall. You're able to get over the fireballs, but unfortunately Surge dipped a little bit too low on that edge guard. Forced the low recovery. Nice. Surge is in a tough spot. Oh no, I was going to say I'd be scared for him. He kind of re-grabbed the ledge there a little bit. This could be a touch of death. Nice. And changing it up with the DI mix-up there. He wasn't trying to go for the Shoryu because he knows Surge is holding that one. He's a Ryu main, and I'm going to bet on that, and that'll be the key to success here. And that puts Jerry to move on to our top 8 loser side of the bracket for you guys. Let's go ahead and rewind time a little bit. Let's take a look at some of the matches in which Jerry kind of had to get to this scenario here, of course. So let's looking at it here. Lieutenant Surge is able to beat out Trashman 2-0. Jerry here is definitely one of those players who actually lost in the winner's side up against Icy Mist. So you can see Icy Mist had a little bit of a run into Jerry. Jerry probably looking in for a little bit of revenge against Icy Mist, seeing how things went in their first meetup here. Icy Mist did win the match against Jerry, which was the deciding factor to put him on the winner's side of top 8. We also saw You're Too Slow 2-1 against Lol Yoshi to move him up to top 8. Lights defeats A Arrow. Of course, I mentioned how that was the young Link main who was a part of that Nintendo Invitational tournament there on the online space. Okay. Yeah, let's go right into it here. Jerry with the Shoryu here. You can see that Surge is trying to hold the neutral with a great parry. Super hard to execute, but when they do, he pays off just right. Scary situation in the regrab there. Not going to that. This is the mix-up in which he was able to finally win that matchup. I bet that you're a Ryu main, so I bet that you'll DI this right, where you're in the end, you're going to get it wrong. Nice. Well, you can see he was a little bit patient there. Stays a little bit back, looking to cover that option in which maybe Surge was going to try to run in with shield, maybe try to roll get up, maybe try to push in slowly. You let go a little bit of that space so your opponent feels safe, but in reality, you're the one holding all the stage. And you still have stage control. Because if you look about it in a tug of war, you still have so much of the stage to work with. You're only giving up so much of a space in which you're more victorious than your opponent is. So, of course, Jerry 2-0 over Lieutenant Surge. Little 7, my SoCal brethren could not move up in the bracket, but hey, it's always great to see one of those matchups come out and play, and it's still good to see that Surge is putting out such a tremendous performance. Either way, definitely shout out to Lieutenant Surge and Jerry. We're going to go ahead and see Jerry versus Fruits here. Of course, these two will be fighting off to play against You're Too Slow, the Sonic main. Definitely a little bit of a ringer here because you have to fire probably a hard matchup, but also into another one, which is Sonic, in which Sonic can do a really excellent job of trying to get around the focus attack cancels, which you would see usually from Ryu and Ken, in which they feel comfortable. Sonic can move in and out of that space. We saw how Jared was able to jump over the fireballs to punish Lieutenant Surge, and if that's Ken, imagine when Sonic does that to you, that's a whole nother ballpark. But we're not getting into Sonic here, we're getting into Fruits. So let's go. Okay. Okay. Yo, what up, Nito? Nito coming up on the stream here. So yeah, let's go ahead and look into Fruits. Caden giving us the fact that he had to fight Fruits here. Trying to see if I can find the name here in my player database. Fruits looks like to be the Pac-Man main. So let's see. Yeah, Fruits is going to get Tub into losers. Shoutouts, like I said, shoutouts to Nito being part of the chat here. Joining us. Looks like they are choosing the stage of choice. This is definitely one of those matchups where if I think about Pac-Man and Ryu and Ken, it's kind of weird because Pac-Man is in that space where he can definitely get blown up when he gets caught. But Pac-Man is kind of one of those characters that has a really fun time just trying to like, hey, I'm going to run away. You come into the zone, I whip punish you, I get the whip, I get this, I get that, I get Hydrant, I cover a lot of options in which you feel normally safe. And then I can get the victory from there. Alright, so it looks like both players are ready for the match here. Alright, and like I mentioned to you guys earlier, top 8, we're now back to best of 5 territory here. So there are 3 chances for the opponents to actually get the W here. Okay. Fruit's a little bit patient here. Good pressure there after the Hydrant. Nice. Able to take in the key with the focus dot cancel. It's that patient neutral that pays off in the end a little bit here, and Jerry knows he kind of has to channel a little bit of what Lieutenant Surge was doing to pay things off. Nice. He's able to get the cross up enough to the focus attack cancel to try to tank a hit and see how Fruits is going to react here. Fruits still in the lead. Like I said, there's a lot that Pac-Man can do to kind of give Ken and Ryu the slip up. Nice. Kind of tough call there because he did focus attack cancel right back to a little bit more towards the right side of the stage. And against 95% in Pac-Man, it could be a little bit rough for him here. There's the back air. Nice, couple charge. He gets the key here. He knows 108. That key touches Ken. He only get housed into the death zone. Once more again with the charge. Nice. Kind of holding on the last second for the jump. Great use of the shield there. Enough for him to come back on the stage. 95 to 116 here. Nice. Good call on the regrab there, and he's able to actually get the Shoryuken. Comes back. There's the back throw here. Finally, Fruits with the stock. Nice. Good combo right from the ledge. Stealing in 44%. Fruits with the charge. Nice. He just knows I gotta buy my time in slowly. I don't want to be overly aggressive into where I can fall into something that Jerry has planned. I'm the one with the lead. I can kind of take it a little bit slow here. Nice. Slow and steady here. Nice. Forward air. Gets the fruit here. Fruit's taking time to go for a little bit of setup. Good pressure. There's the downer. He knows if Ken wanted to jump, he was going to have to fight a hitbox. Okay. Let me see something. I'll play it through and then I'll go ahead and I'll try to change it after this match. There's a Shoryu. Nice. Kind of forcing Jerry to let go out of the ledge here and come back. Oh, what a sequence here, and Fruit's already 68% Jerry in such a tough spot. He may have the stage control here, but he's letting Fruits kind of come back, and I kind of want to see him go for a focus attack where he can kind of slowly back himself in there, especially anticipating if that Fruits is going to come in always with an aerial. You can tank that hit and then respond in kind. Oh, and that's the finisher here. Fruits takes game 1. Okay, guys. So I guess I'm having some mic issues. I'm trying to resolve those things on my end. See if it's something with me here.
Internet connection issue thing.
Okay.
Because it's getting like really fuzzy and then it gets really clear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's either that or Windows has an automatic mic adjusting feature that you need to turn on. Because mine adjusts automatically, so if your Windows program's adjusting and then it's adjusting, it's just consistently adjusting.
Oh, okay. I guess it's using my headset microphone, which is weird because I have this set up to my actual microphone, but for some reason it's like, hey, we're using your headset microphone. Which is weird because I have it set up here, but it's like not picking it up. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. It's interesting. I might try to... Let me see something here. Okay. I don't know if my mic got better. I hope it did. I apologize. Yes. Okay. Yes. I think I just have a...
3, 2, 1, go!
No, that's not good. Okay. I'll have to work on a fix here. I don't know if it's Chrome. So let's get right into it, guys. I'll apologize for some of the mic issues we're having here. Already, Jerry's seeing the switch into Ryu. Of course, one of the things Ryu does accelerate more is in the fist moves, rather than Ken accelerating more in some of the kick moves. That's kind of the differences within the characters in both this game and in their own respective games. Alright, there's the Tatsu here. Jerry looking to close in a little bit. Oh no, and in the middle of the fireball war here, Jerry kind of gave up a lot of positioning because that is a little bit of an end lag on that move, and that's enough for Fruits to come in, and look at this aggressive sequence here. Okay, there's the forward air. Good call out coming out from Fruits. Alright, Fruits with the setup here. Great play. I can definitely see that he was looking to see how Jerry was going to react, probably a jump. That's why he threw the bell. Nonetheless, he still gets a great option there, and he gets the grab with the back throw. What a changeup. He covered so much with the fruit, a lot with the Hydra, and then finally allowing him to get that grab in the stock here. Fruits with a lot of the plays. It almost makes you wonder, how did he get the losers here? And Jerry able to take the stock finally with a sigh of relief. Nice, able to come back. Okay. You can see Jerry's just trying to do his very best to hold towards center stage. Not giving up here. And he knows Fruits wants to be the one to come in with an arrow here, but he finally breaks through with the Galaga. Nice, and he reads to get up there. Sets up the Hydra. Nice, covers the high jump there. Usually an opponent will jump out of the corner. Such a great call out. Set up once more. Nice play here. He knows if you're in the corner here, there's only one place you can do here is jump. And unfortunately, sure, you will meet the hydrant and not enough height to come back. Fruits takes another one here. Good stuff to Fruits, man. He's putting on quite the show. Okay. Okay, let's give it a shot here. Test, test. Hello, hello. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. We did it. Thank you so much, guys, and please give a round of applause to our stream runner, doing the best that he could. Caden, I apologize. I kind of read your message, but I was a little bit in this. I don't know if you guys should play this or not, but definitely check with the mods and see if you're allowed to play the match or just wait a little bit here. But let's go into it here. Jerry with the switch up into Terry. This is going to be a little bit different here. Let's see how things will go. Of course, Fruits is up so much here. And I'm not... Oh, no. And that's a rough spot to be in. Nice. Jab, jab, powered up. Classic tried and true combo there for Terry. Nice. Gets like a double down tilt there. Good for Fruits here. Taking a little bit of his time here off the stage. You don't have to rush back. Good color coming out from Jerry, just because you can hold down and then let go of up to get that move out there. Rising tackle is one of those charge moves that you can do. Okay. Let's go into it. Jerry here a little bit stuck on the left side of the stage. I like that Jerry still sees, you know, I'm losing, but I don't want to lose my composure. So let me wait a little bit here with my time. Nice. And he's able to actually go over the bell into the stock here. Jerry finally finding the method in which he can break through. But Fruits, once again with the setup, this is a tough spot. I like it too because normally an opponent would try to mash or jump in a situation where they're stunned. So it's good to cover those options. That's some of the beauty in an opponent that knows the usual habits that another opponent may have and try to cover those instead of looking at how the matchup can be played. Sometimes habits are hard thing to break, and people are creatures of habit, and that's a habit that we can definitely see here that Jerry has jumping off from the ledge. Of course, it even happens in fighting games, guys. A lot of players love to jump from the corner, and that can mean death. Okay. Jerry looking to center stage. I like it. He knows I got Fruits at 41. Keep my composure, keep my patience. I can make this back. I am a character like Terry, in which I can do a lot of explosive damage in a short amount of time. Oh, Fruits. And he brought him right to the corner with the corner carry. Great play. Hydra to set up on the platform, so that's going to be a little bit of a different setup here. Jerry breaks the mold with Burning Knuckle. Nice. I like that. Jerry looking for a cross up here. Takes time a little bit with Power Wave. Good. I like the anti-play here because he knows he's going to throw it out. But unfortunately, at that last second, Fruits gets the prevailing option here into the bell once more, and Jerry will be down. Of course, for those of you guys wondering, this is a best of 5 territory. So a lot can change here. Fruits is definitely one of those strong players. It's going to be really interesting to him if he's able to beat Jerry and Jerry doesn't, you know, find a way to come back. It's going to be interesting to see him fight against You're Too Slow here. But let's get right into it here. I think that when it comes to stage choice, I'm not liking the Pokemon Stadium 2 choice. I kind of want to say Jerry is doing a rough time of... It happens. Players love this stage a lot, but sometimes stage choice really does matter, and bringing it to a stage where you feel more comfortable fighting a character like Pac-Man who has those projectiles, who has that small space in which he can definitely get you to face his projectiles. You don't want to go for that. So something like Kalos or Town and City may be something in the cards that Jerry could be looking for here, and that's something that I don't see him doing against Fruits. Of course, hopefully Jerry does make the conscious choice to, okay, let's go to something bigger. Let me avoid those Fruits. I want that space, right? And I don't want to have to continuously fight Pac-Man in a smaller stage in which he can have me face his projectiles a lot more. If you guys are tuning in, thank you so much, guys, for watching. And of course, this is Smashcade Online number 14. We've got some pretty cool names that we've seen in here. We've had players like Icy Mist. We have players like Lieutenant Surge from SoCal. And of course, we have other players like A-Arrow from the Nintendo Invitational. We have Icy Mist. You're Too Slow as well. Some pretty solid names all around, guys. These are some players that we've seen in the online space take some names, frustrate people for sure, and definitely make a name for themselves at the same time here. So I believe that is it for that one. Yeah, I think we're going to be jumping into the next match. No? Okay, yeah, I guess so we know it's a best of 5, but maybe our opponents didn't know it's a best of 5. Top 8 is best of 5, ladies and gentlemen. So we are owed another match. We're going to try to get them back in here to finish off their best of 5 set. But as we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take some time to let you guys know where the bracket is, where we are in the bracket, and how the bracket is progressing here. So we have Lights 3-0 over You're Too Slow there in the winners semis. That put him up to winners finals. And then Icy Mist versus Caden, 3-1 Icy Mist over Caden here, and that put him up against Lights in winners finals. We will get to the match very, very shortly as we progress to the losers side. Now let's jump into that here. Sans 3-1 over Flying Fish. We saw that match play out a little bit earlier here. Then we had Caden and Sands await probably they are playing out their next match here in the losers quarterfinal. We have Jerry and Fruits that's currently going on. The winner of this will fight You're Too Slow, in which we saw You're Too Slow lose. Okay. So yeah, that was our 5th match. No problem, no problem. Alright, so let's take a look at that situation here. He went for the focus to the back cancel. Really good opportunity for him to take an option here, but the setup there right there in that situation right with the get up was his demise. One ledge jump here. Sends up the Hadouken for the low recovery here. Gets the bounce. But you can see here that that opportunity when he thought it was safe, that down tilt is there to cover it all. Nice. The reason why the option played out as well is you can see that Fruits covers a lot of options. Look at the high jump, cover the jump, cover the ledge get up. Now allow him to go for the grab. Nice. Good stuff from Jerry on that situation here. You can see that him and Lieutenant Sage shared some semblance where they were very patient and neutral. And that does pay off. A lot of opportunities is really difficult to dodge moves like Ken or Ryu down tilt just because they have the auto turnaround mechanic. And when you're facing with the down tilt with such a safe poke, and you get caught in it at the ledge, they can confirm into another Shoryu, which they can take your stock. The one thing there for Fruits did an excellent job of setting himself up in situations where there's a high jump in play, it's gonna fall, you jump, you get hit, you don't jump, you get faced to me. Pick your poison, I've covered it all, let's see how you react. A couple times too, we also see that while you can go for something like focus attack cancel or just a focus attack and hold it, you have to remember to also hold it, but also try to cancel it and put yourself in a position where you're away from your opponent or in a position where you're able to face your opponent much better here. Well, let's come back here. We're going to come into our next matchup for you guys, of course, and it is going to be Fruits versus You're Too Slow. If you missed it and you're just tuning in, Fruits did beat out Jerry 3-0, and that puts him against You're Too Slow. It's going to be really interesting to see how Pac-Man deals with Sonic. Namco versus Sega. In theory, when you look at Pac-Man as a character, he's able to have time to set up his moves, throw his projectiles, have a solid, I wouldn't even say solid, a really great trap game with Fruit, with Hydrant, great aerials out of shield, but also great aerials to cover opponents' jump options. When you look at Sonic, he has the speed, the hitboxes, the spin dash to also see how his opponents are going to react. When you see Sonic spin dash, a lot of people usually account it as camping, but if you look at it, sometimes people, especially players like Sonic and You're Too Slow, they use it to gather data and information in which they're looking to see your habits and your reactions to them using spin dash in which you try to approach and making to punish you accordingly. So coupled with that game plan alongside Pac-Man, seeing those two go head to head is going to be a really interesting matchup, especially here in losers quarters. We still got a few matches to go on, guys. Right now, currently, if you guys are looking at Caden and Sands, it is 1-0 Sands over Caden. They are fighting for loser semis, and don't worry, we'll get to Icy Mist and Lights and the winners finals very, very soon as we wait for You're Too Slow and Fruits to choose a stage here. So if you guys are wondering, this is our next match before we jump into winners finals from what I'm seeing here. Alright guys, without further delay, let's jump into the match. Pac-Man versus Sonic here. Let's say my money is on You're Too Slow here, just to see how game 1 plays out. We'll see how game 2 may react here after game 1, but who's going to win game 1 here? My money is on You're Too Slow. Want to see how he can use that spin dash to gather data and use his mindset to gather information. But Fruits already making me hold my money here. He went off stage to see how You're Too Slow is going to react and maybe use some time to gather data himself. Spin dash here. Nice. That was a homing attack. You're Too Slow looking to move in here. He gets the corner all to himself, looking to hold on center stage. He knows if I play at the ledge a little bit too aggressively, this does give Fruits time to come back. We've seen how Fruits can come back at the ledge with any of those, no pun intended, fruits or aerials. So sometimes spacing Pac-Man at the ledge may or may not be the more optimal option. Especially with how your two still has played a lot. Well, this is a great situation to put fruits in a tech situation. He will be able to come back with the trampoline. Oh no! I like that from your two slow. He went in there to touch the trampoline so that Pac-Man, if he goes back for that third bounce, he wouldn't make it back. That cost him his own stock, but at the same time, he still got fruits. Is that a victory? I don't know, but they're still playing it out. Nice. Good homing attack here. Still a little bit low. If he would have gotten that homing attack, that would have put Pac-Man in such a tough spot. Especially with how low he was on the stage. I mentioned how Sonic loves to jump in here. Having that homing attack gives him a little bit of an edge to go over things like Hydrant and Fruit and avoid some of Pac-Man's usual game plan options. Nice. Use that spin dash. Look, I see how his opponent reacts here. Kind of one of the tricky things about Sonic. He's not camping. He's only gathering information, and that information is quite useful. Good homing attack to catch the jump. Nice. You're just still taking his time. He's got a little bit of a lead here. 68 to 108. 40% separating the two here. He finds the breakthrough, gets the forward air, not the stock here, but he holds all the keys to victory. Good homing attack. Nice. I like that run off fair here, but he still put himself in a good spot to still come back on the stage. And we can definitely see that Fruits was a little bit more respectful here, and unfortunately he lost the stock. Look at Spin Dash is able to kind of go through Hydrant here. You're too slow, knows the keys. What to go through. Nice. Homing attack, good shield pressure. We see that Sapphire was holding it. Oh, caught the jump. Especially with 4X Smash in the Hydrant. You're too slow taking time here. You gotta lead. Don't waste it. Look at that jump from the homing attack. I like it. Collecting data, but also avoiding all the options and finding an opportunity when Fruits will falter. Nice. Use that jump. Get away from the... Oh, good opportunity. I like that. Looking to see how where he was going to hold that DI, but also see how he was going to react. Fruits is one tricky monster. Nice. Holds that homing attack. Nice. I like them to go to the other side of the stage. I like that. You're too slow. Not afraid to go for that homing attack or the spin dash to still hit him on the stage and try to get into a tech situation where Fruits may lose it. But that was just a good key throw just to steal the stocks in evens, but not percents. Look at this comeback here. What a corner carry into 54. Fruits is still fighting. That's the scary thing about Pac-Man. He comes back from that corner, and there's a lot that he can do to bring himself back. Percents may not be even, but when you look at the neutral here, Fruits is making sure that it's a little bit of an even game either way. Hydrant setup, nice. Neutral air. Good neutral out of the shield. You're just still looking to get that forward. He doesn't get good pressure with the back air. He sees his butt on the water there. He has to be careful though. At any given moment, he can lose it to a Pac-Man combo. Good parry. We're just still on the aggressive side here. 136. Can he get this game won here? And he's able to do it at the last second when he just slips through the cracks there against the Hydrant. I'm looking at the instant slow replay here on my end. Oh, and you can see it's a little bit of the fact that the Hydrant falls so slow into place. It looked like it was a more calculated move there, but all your too slow had to do was make sure you hit the Hydrant, go in aggressive, and the Hydrant was trailing right behind him to make sure that it was going to be an assist on his end rather than on Fruit's end. So good stuff to your too slow taking game one. I guess my money was on point here. If I were to make a bet, I would have won it here, but let's see how Fruits can handle it. He did a really good job of even keeping it pretty even, honestly. He did an excellent job of making sure that if Sonic had to fight, he had to fight on his terms, in which Hydrant is out. You can see that Yurthusto adjusts his game plan around Hydrant, adjust his game plan around Fruits, and no pun intended, Fruits and Fruits himself, and then move away things around. Here's the stage we haven't seen in quite some time. Like it or love it here, Lila is one of the next picks here, being such a small stage with a 3-platform layout. We'll see how things play out here between two players. Of course, being a small stage means that Sonic will probably have to interact with Pac-Man's item play a little bit more, because that's what Pac-Man can accelerate in the smaller stage space. But at the same time, Sonic is just able to move around a little bit more. Oh no, the directional air dodge panic. Usually the situation when you see opponents preemptively buffer that just so they can get a tech situation or come back to the stage. Nice, holding on that homing attack. Stock deficit against a character like Pac-Man, where he's a zoner but also a trap-heavy character, kind of like Snake, can be pretty tough, especially in the smaller stage. I mentioned broken record here, but I've mentioned it. You gotta interact with Pac-Man's items a little bit more here. Oh, you're too slow. Tried to take a quick one with a Hypno Punch. Back throw? Nice. Stage control here, looking to get it back here, but he's unable to find it. Nice. Good homing attack here. They're just still taking his time from the ledge. You can see he's just thirsty for the stock here. He's been a little bit aggressive with those forward smashes and some of the spin dash approaches. Nice. Good forward tilt. Wait for it. I love it too, because he not only amounts for the fact that Freak is going to go low for the trampoline recovery, but he might go for a spot dodge. Sorry, air dodge. And then he can catch him at that one moment when he executes the air dodge, and he does so. Oh no. Tough spot to be in, because you can see that situation, you're too slow, has done himself pretty cunningly for a forward smash. You can see You're Too Slow is facing all the projectiles now. Oh no, he's fine, he's fine. Well, Sonic XLB has got some great height range. Oh, he wanted to leave that corner carry with the forward, finish off with the forward air to get the stock. And you can see, like, You're Too Slow is trying to make sure this gap ends as quick as possible. But this is where it's coming to him being over-aggressive, and then Fruits taking advantage of the fact that, okay, if you want to be over-aggressive, I got everything in the book to throw at you and make sure that if you're being over-aggressive, I will be the victor's win. Fruits a little slow here. I like it. Trying to hold shield. Didn't angle it there, unfortunately. Gonna go onto the stage to make the recovery. I like the toss-up of the bell. Stopping You're Too Slow in his tracks. Missed grab here, and that'll be the forward to take the stock. Finally, You're Too Slow getting a break, evening it up here, but the percents are at such a deficit that I'm going to say, you know what, this could be curtains on You're Too Slow, but we'll see what he can do here with 3 minutes on the board, and the key, and the hydrant, and the stock, and the game. Fruits, 1-1 against You're Too Slow. That SD was costly. And you can see it. You can see that You're Too Slow. Like, he really knew that SD cost him a lot, that he wanted to do as much as possible to bring it back. But in a smaller stage where you're forced to interact with such item play from Pac-Man, where you don't have a lot of space to run around and try to check your opponent, it's going to be really difficult to deal with. But and that's kind of what let Fruits capitalize on that. SDs are costly. It was definitely costly in You're Too Slow's end. It's now 1-1 apiece here. As I mentioned, these two are only playing for. Yeah, let me give you guys a quick bracket update here. Sans did read out Kanan 3-0. This puts Sans on loser semis. The next match will be Lights versus Icy Miss. We're going to see that coming up pretty soon here. But we still got You're Too Slow and Fruits. Winner of this will fight Sans, who is the Bowser main. So we'll see how things go. All right, here, bigger stage. This is what You're Too Slow wants. You don't have to interact with all of those items in play. More stage to run around, more opportunities to go for spin dash to gather data. Higher blast zones, I would say, which definitely helps out a little bit in this matchup, but the side blast zones remain a little bit smaller here, so we'll see how things go. I wouldn't say as small as Lila, but they're definitely just a small change, which can have a big impact. So we'll see how things go. Nice, the Hydra coming out to play, stopping Sonic in his tracks. Kind of the name of this matchup here for Pac-Man is do what you can to stop Sonic from going for spin dash. We saw how Zeus and Samus can do that on her end, but for Pac-Man, for him to do it on his end, in which we can see her too slow go over Hydrant, it's going to be a little bit different. But I think one thing we notice is that Fruits is not afraid to make sure that those fruits are always flying around him. Nice, has the Galaga. Definitely Pac-Man can make a lot of combos off of Galaga. Nice. Just slow on the center stage. I like using that jump to kind of hold himself back. Nice. Using a jump again. Trying to make sure he's moving around Fruits a little bit just to make sure okay, I'm saving my jump so I can kind of whiff you on that opportunity. Edge guard coming out here for You're Too Slow, but unfortunately, two players kind of grab the ledge and that puts You're Too Slow out of it. Try for the homing attack. A little bit too rough on that end. Nice. He knows I have the lead here. Gets the homing attack close to the back end, not enough. You're Too Slow, has the whole stage to work with. I like the fact that he went for the homing attack. I'm sorry, spin dash maneuver once more because I could put a serious dent into Pac-Man in a tech situation, but he's able to go over Pac-Man, hit him with the back air, take stock one, and 4 minutes in counting here. You're Too Slow is not afraid to say his opponent is a little too slow and maybe try to bring that into time here because you can see he's not aggressive in a bigger stage. Spin dash, I like it. Just hold it in place. See how Fruits is going to react. Here's the Hydrant in the forward smash. Forward air, nice, so close. Ooh, you can see it. He kind of wanted to hit him on the way back to the stage, see if he was going to force Pac-Man on the stage attack. There's the back air. Good for You're Too Slow to continuously throw those back airs. It's mighty, mighty strong. Especially when you see your opponent come back on the stage like that. You can catch your opponent on those situations and then do great knockback and great damage and put him off the stage as well. Nice. Spin dash jump. Avoids the bell and avoids a lot of options. Puts himself back a little bit here. 3 minutes on the clock. Got a stock on just yet from other players. Fruits only being the one losing the first stock here, and you can see that You're Too Slow is keen to just run the clock even if he has to. Okay, gets all 3 jumps to the trampoline. Finally, Fruits able to recover. You're Too Slow is being a little aggressive with those back airs, but he knows, you know, I got Fruits at 113 at the ledge. Why not? I'm trying to take this as soon as possible. A little bit less than 2 minutes remain. I'm sorry, a little bit less than 3 minutes remaining on the clock here. Finally, the spin dash to the back air. He sees that Fruits jump with an aggressive option here, and You're Too Slow has the speed to kind of counter him in the air. Nice, using those jumps, using that speed, the trampoline. He's looking to pick Fruits apart at the very core. You can see that You're Too Slow is kind of holding center stage. Doesn't want to really fight at the ledge just because he knows, you know, I'd rather hold the stage. I know how Pac-Man's going to play at the ledge with items, so I might as well elect to take control of the entire stage and wait him out. I have spin dash. I have the speed to kind of catch him when he does come back, so he's not really losing much. Sneaks in a cheeky trampoline there for a little bit of damage here. 2 minutes remaining. on the clock here, and you can see you're too slow. It's saying if you don't want to fight me, you don't want to interact with me, look at the time, man. It's starting to slowly become a factor. But that also burns your opponent into a mindset of, okay, 2 minutes on the clock. I can't let the time run out. I have to be aggressive, and that lets your too slow move around a little bit more at his opponent. If his opponent's going to be aggressive, you got those 3 platforms to run around with. You can take it from there. We're approaching the 60-second mark here. You're too slow. 2 stocks on the board here. Fruits, 60% on the name. Final stock. We're looking at a little bit less than 70 seconds remaining. And you can see it, you're too slow across the stage. None of those projectiles will find his way to him. And if he has to, he can just jump away from them. The only projectile that Pac-Man may have that's fast enough and damaging enough is the key, and he hasn't gone for it just yet. If I were Fruits, I would be looking to set that up with Hydrant as soon as possible. Goes for the bell toss. I like it just because you can toss that up and then see if Sonic is going to try to jump over it. Toss it up, stun him, and then take the stock here. You're too slow on the Angel platform. Look at him running the time here. He knows I don't have to interact with him on the Angel platform, and I still get a little bit of invincibility on the way back. I have no reason to play this aggressively here. And now that Fruits is stuck on that aggressive mindset, with literally 20 seconds left on the board, that's going to be his demise, and that's going to be your too slow's victory here, moving up 2-1. When time becomes the factor, that's when Sonic can slowly pick apart his opponent's mental game, and then your opponent gets stuck on, I have to be aggressive, I have to take the stock, I'm losing time, I'm losing percent, I'm losing everything, I need to move now. And then that's when Sonic can start to slowly move away from you, whiff punish you, and put himself in such an advantageous position here. You're too slow with such a great play here. You may hate to see Sonic do it, but you know what? That's one thing where Sonic can definitely accelerate. So, of course, Game 4 scenario here, you're too slow up. This is set point here for you're too slow. One more W and he sees himself in loser semis up against Sand, and then we'll move on to Icy Mist and Lights. But we got one more here to decide the factor, or potentially 2 more. We'll see how Fruits can adjust himself. Definitely the bigger stage helped out You're Too Slow versus Lilat, which seems to be such a hard counter. This is kind of a little bit of neutral down here because it's a small stage, but it's got 2 platforms, but it's still a little bit big enough for Sonic to work with. All right, You're Too Slow season. You know, I got 24%. I'll run away with it as much as I can, changing it up to 61 after that. All right? And that's kind of where Sonic wants to be, right? Having enough stage space to run around, hold shield, and spin dash. You know, there's not a toolkit in which Pac-Man has right now, especially in terms of Galaga to come and approach me. If he does throw Galaga high, it does circle around back high, which would be pretty solid for Pac-Man, but it all depends on what he can do. Like I said, we haven't seen Fruits try to use Key, which is one of the faster items that he has. But we know that once Pac-Man gets in here with one of those Galagas, it's a lot of damage and a lot of combo potential. Nice. Gets back to Hydrant here. Doesn't want to have to deal with it. And it forces Pac-Man to hold shield at the ledge. Thus buying You're Too Slow, a 2-for-1 here with time to be held. Nice. Homing attack. Sneaks it in here. I like for the aggressive forward air. He sees where Fruits is, so he's taking time to go out there and make sure he's constantly threatening him. Back throw? Yep. Stage control here. You always want to go for a back throw in that scenario. Unless your character like Wolf or maybe going for a down throw will change things up. Having your opponent off the stage will allow you to hold the stage control, hold the neutral a little bit, and then see how they're going to react from ledge. Nice. You're too slow.
kind of funny, but he is taking a little bit slow here. Looking to see how he can get the stuff with the forward tilt or see if Fruits is going to opt for a roll or an aggressive option in which You're Too Slow is in a perfectly whiffed area where he can get him. Nice. Fruits slowly turn this around here. I like how he hits the hydrant because he announced that if he can throw in a projectile and then hit hydrant as well, he can cover 2 areas in one against Sonic. And now he's in the stock lead, in which You're Too Slow is forced to approach. Solid shield pressure on that one, but not enough to break through. Lands with the back air, nice jump, avoiding the key here. Wouldn't have done much, but it is one of those moves that hit like for 15%. So if you can avoid it, it's pretty solid. Oh, I like it. You're still trying to come back for an opportunity to take the stock, but Pac-Man still had enough time to react after the grab. Up throw, nice up air. Going for a little bit of juggles allows him to do so, and if you can juggle Sonic just for a little bit, it's enough for him to not try to slow you down, but also get some percent in as well. Now we're starting to slowly see the key. I mentioned it's one of those fractured projectiles. And it holds within that damage threshold that can actually hit Hydrant, also a knockout Hydrant, and then your opponent has to worry about 2 angles in which they may be going in for, which it covers a high, and then Key still manages to go through. Fruits 171, now the shoe is on the other foot, right? You can see that Fruits is keen to hold the stock, not afraid to go off the deep end, and then still make the recovery because he's got trampoline. 3 minutes on the clock here. Nice. You can see that the platform kind of played a little bit of a factor where You're Too Slow wanted to jump over that projectile and then try to punish Fruits here. The platform in play was not going to let him do so. A little bit slower here, moving with the hydrant. I like that. Oh, using the water to kind of push him up to see if he can catch Sonic on the slip and then hit him up into the ceiling. Okay. You can see Fruits running the clock as much as possible, 195 to 92. For those of you unfamiliar with the rule set, if you are the opponent, compared to Elite Smash, where if you just have even stocks, doesn't matter, you will be sent to sudden death. But in a competitive setting, if the percent is such a deficit, the person with the lowest percent still wins as long as they hold even stocks. So with Fruits having the lowest percent, if it goes to time, Fruits will be the one with the winner here. Look at him. He knows. Sonic is forced to interact with Hydrant. And all Fruits has to do is hold the ledge because Sonic may have to fight the Hydrant, in which you give Fruits the opportunity to let go of ledge and then come back. Good for You're Too Slow to demonstrate also, even though that Key and Hydrant are a factor of a powerful projectile combo, all you have to do is hold shield. There's a lot of shield damage, but if you look at the distance of where Pac-Man is at, it's still enough for Sonic to just hold the shield and not worry too much. Alright, we're approaching literally 70 seconds on the clock here. Fruits has elected this to go to time. You can see it in his game plan. Kind of giving You're Too Slow the runaround and saying, you know what, now the shoe really is on the other foot. Forward air, nice. Oh no, and I mentioned earlier that pellet only grants Pac-Man invincibility if it's able to bite down at the last crucial moment. You're Too Slow has taken the advantage and has put Fruits in such a tough spot. If You're Too Slow can just get a little bit of percent here, if he loses stock, he will be in such a victorious position. Such a crucial play at that last moment. Literally, if Fruits did not go for that side special, he would have been fine. Okay, lost the stock here. You're Too Slow. Gonna stay on that Angel platform. You can see it here, and he demonstrates like so. 19 seconds and counting. All You're Too Slow literally has to do is just run the time here. Doesn't have to be aggressive. 11%, 30 on the Fruits here. This is literally a battle for any percent on the board. 8 seconds. Count it down with me, ladies and gentlemen. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and unfortunately, this is what You're Too Slow likes to say. You're too slow. And by tournament standards, You're Too Slow is the victor with the lowest percent compared to Elite Smash, where you still have to play the sudden death. Ladies and gentlemen, it was that last second, that crucial moment I mentioned it. If Fruits had just elected to go for any other option other than the side B from such a corner, he would have been fine, and we might be looking at a different outcome, maybe a game 5. But You're Too Slow's reversal at that last second, knowing Pac-Man only gets invincibility with that pellet, was super crucial, and that gave You're Too Slow the W and will allow him to progress in the losers bracket. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. Tech situation on the stage here. Unable to tech here. You're Too Slow. Gets the situation here. He touches the trampoline, loses the stock, but so does Fruit. Nice. I like the fact that downer, multiple hitboxes here, and the key is the fastest thing that can only count Sonic. Nice. And the one opportunity we saw earlier, Hydra could be a factor. Smaller stage on Lilac here, and You're Too Slow looking to move in here, but this gave Fruits a little bit of an opportunity. Usually opponents do panic in the situation where they go for directional air dodge as the buffer to try to tech something. But you can see, You're Too Slow, not afraid to wait for his opponent's air dodge to go for his option. This is one of my favorite ones. Kind of thought Sonic feels a little bit aggressive, especially in a smaller stage. Forward air, and that'll hit it. Yep, after the spin dash. Okay, so one of the more highlights here. Forward smash once again. You can see Lilac is, if you're playing against Sonic, I think a small stage like Lilac really gives Sonic a rough time because there's a smaller stage and he's forced to interact with you a little bit more here. Nice. That was really good. Sonic has speed, the jump height to kind of go over Pac-Man, and then hit him with the back end, which has great knockback and damage, by the way. And he got kind of halted by the... If you don't, I believe if you don't have the threshold against Isaac, you will be halted. Nice. That was kind of pretty fun here, because he kind of caught Fruits a little bit on the slip-up, or Fruits thought he was going to go for a combo or a toss-up, but in reality, it was You're Too Slow on that one. Oh, you could see a little bit of the start of the forward smash to kind of wait for the invincibility to run out. Nice. Great combo from the bell there. This was the more crucial. I feel like this was probably one of the more crucial highlights here. As you can see, he went up to the recover here, and that was going to be minimized, trying to avoid the trampoline here. Looking at this one, goes for the pellet. You can see the stage positioning at that situation. Didn't have to go for it. You could already see Sonic was high up, and I felt like at that moment, Fruits knew it was already too late. But enough of those highlights, guys. Let's get on to winners finals here. This is the battle to stay on the winner's side of bracket of grand finals here. It's going to be Icy Mist versus Lights, Samus versus Zero Suit Samus here, Conditioning versus Speed and Punish Game. Let's get into it here. KK makes a special appearance here, guys, on a Saturday. If you're playing Animal Crossing, you might have missed it because he does come around 6 o'clock here. Even I believe he comes out in 6 o'clock at New Leaf as well. Let me change my camera angle for you guys. I notice I'm a little bit low here. That's better. Nice. Gives him a little bit of the runaround, enough to punish with a screw attack. Oh, both try for grab, both fail. I like to play either way. Both knowing we get a grab here, there's a lot we can do afterwards. For Samus, probably a down throw fair or down throw nair. Nice, use the jump. Don't want to go for in a position where Zero Suit Samus gets to terrorize you at the ledge. This is there. Icy Mist fights back. Center stage for Icy Mist here. It's a little bit of time for the charge shot here. You can see the forward air just because your opponent will usually approach you with an aggressive aerial option, especially Zero Suit Samus, so that was a good call. Even if he doesn't go for it, it's an opportunity for him to know, okay, you want to approach me from the air? You have to worry about something. Back air, nice. Kind of caught the jump there. Goes for a dash attack. Kind of a little bit of the neutral shuffle here. You can see Zero Suit Samus trying to get a pick with any aerial as she can, trying to break through Samus here. She knows once I break through here, it's a lot of percent, maybe a possible stock. Icy Mist is not letting go of that shield. Tough spot to be in, nice. You can see Icy Mist knows once Zero Suit Samus hits me, could be curtains. She accelerates in the air to air. Perfect opportunity. Usually where Zero Suit Samus will go for after that opportunity, she's going to touch the stage. The charge shot is always going to be there in play. Yeah, good for Icy Mist. Saving that last opportune moment to go for a squirt attack on the recovery. If you get hit by Zaire, it usually sends you at a really rough angle to recover, especially for Samus. Nice, not holding the shield. I like that. Jumps on the shield to make sure I have something out there. There's a hitbox, and that's back air, and back air is very strong. Oh, that was tough for Icy Mist. You could see Icy Mist wanted to move eventually after that, but Zero Suit Samus has the speed, and of course with flip kick, you're able to actually go around a lot of projectiles. Good up smash for an anti-air. Seeing the fact that Icy Mist is comfortable going for a lot of aerials, might as well take the time to try to punish him for it. Try to keep Samus a little bit more grounded. There's the grab, forward throw. Nice. If he would have connected the neutral air, that would have been another combo there, and potentially another neutral air to take the stock here. But now is the juggle here from center stage. Lights felt himself a little bit too hard, executed that boost kick at the wrong time, just when he thought he had Samus in his clutches. You can see Icy Mist was still ready for that one. Great stuff. Game 1 going to Icy Mist. So we'll see here. Of course, that's kind of one of those things about Samus here. Samus is either in a defensive wall or an offensive wall. For Zero Suit Samus, this character is very, very strong in the punish game, very, very strong in the whiff punish game. But when Samus doesn't have to make an approach, Zero Suit Samus is the one left approaching. She has great aerials to approach, but it is up to Samus to understand, okay, angle my shield, whiff punish. Those are things that can do against Zero Suit Samus. So it becomes a little bit of a game of whiff punish versus whiff punish, which is why we kind of saw that neutral shuffle a little bit earlier, where both players were just trying to get a pick with Zaire or neutral air, and then prospectively take that into a possible combo scenario. In terms of stage choices here for both players here, it's going to be up to the deciding factor of, do I want to go for a smaller stage in which Zero Suit Samus doesn't have as much space to run around, but also I have to interact with Zero Suit Samus projectiles, and at the same time I can also still punish Samus and not having anywhere to go, but having to face me, where both characters have great spacing tools, great Zairs, great neutral airs. We'll see how things go. The stage choice is kind of an interesting one. I feel like in the counterpick stage choice war, something like Battlefield may benefit both players, but you can, in terms of Zero Suit Samus being able to ladder Samus and still being a small stage, but also limiting a bigger stage for Samus to run around may be the better choice, even if you are forced to contest with projectiles. We'll see if both players have, any other character they might want to go for. Icy Mist and Lights, to my knowledge, don't really have much of a secondary character, so they're kind of locked into the Samus versus Zero Suit Samus war. Of course, if you guys are just tuning in, probably watching the VODs, go back, twitch.tv/SmashcadeOk. Hit that sub button, hit that follow button, maybe even tweet at the stream, give us shout outs to the stream. Thank you guys for watching as well. If you guys have Prime Gaming, formerly known as Twitch Prime, you guys got that free sub. September, use that free sub. Don't throw it away, man. Use it. And of course, get $1 off subs. What better time to sub in September here, and especially the Smashcadeok. And of course, hit that follow button if you don't get any cash to spare. Tweet out the stream, let the people know what's going on between Icy Mist and Lights as we move on to Game 2. Icy Mist game 1 of choice. And as I said, smaller stage. Smaller stage, to kind of say, you know what, even though I might have less space to move around than Samus, I want Samus to have to fight me in a setting where I can accelerate a little bit more and where Zero Suit Samus can kill a little bit easier, especially with the smaller blast zones. And Yoshi Stories is one of those stages that allows you to do that. Down throw. Nice. I like to see how the reaction was going to happen. Icy Miss kind of goes for a little bit of a fake out jump to see how the reaction was going to go through. Charge shot from across the stage. I like it too. Usually you see Zero Suit Samus pretty comfortable in those opportunities. Forward throw. Nice. I like that from Icy Miss. Goes for forward throw. Waits for the panic option. Usually an opponent will be DIing out or going for directional air dodge to panic and get away. But you can see Lights is no slouch, never faltering through. Forward smash, nice. Kind of cuts Zero Suit Samus a little bit in the grab animation. Of course, Zero Suit Samus loves to go for those aerials, but it shall allow her to go for a grab. And unfortunately, that was going to be a really rough spot. You can see that Lights kind of just lost the stock there and will lose the game altogether. Icy Miss takes it 2-0 so far over Lights. I will hopefully Lights will kind of rub that off a little bit, kind of compose yourself. You might have SD'd that way. You might have lost the stock that way. But keep... it was Icy Mist. And if I were Lights, keep yourself composed. You may lose the stock, but you still got another game. It's not over until you see that 3-0. And just because it's a 2-0, you don't want to pressure yourself a little bit too much. Always focus on the fight and not the win or lose battle. Getting tunnel vision is a pretty tough spot to be in for a lot of players. Good stuff on Icy Miss to kind of catch the flip kick. I like that reaction. Never give your opponent the freedom to move around, especially if you know you can catch him, especially against Zero Suit Samus. I like that charge shot high here, but it gets grounded, and you can see Icy Miss kind of took the time to get out of that situation. Lights took the time for an aerial. Oh, that would have been nice to connect here. Grab, forward throw, nice. Really good option just because you throw Samus off the stage. No, Icy Miss trying to offer. I feel like Icy Miss kind of caught in a situation where trying to wave land, but unfortunately SD'd on that one. Nice, neutral air and top smash. Lights finally with the lead here. Nice, setting up for the boost kick. Can Lights find it here? I like the fact they still taking the time to juggle here, but finally Icy Miss breaks through and gets out of that scenario. Okay. Down smash, nice, boost kick, great opportunity. Takes the time to see that he's in paralyzed, but you know what? Samus, heavy character, great DI alongside that, and Icy Miss will survive. Looking like that SD was very costly to Icy Miss. Hasn't been able to break through Lights. Lights definitely remains composed. Sees that SD as that opportunity to come back here. Good runaround. As you know, you don't cross up shields when you run against them, but it's good to do a little bit of a shield push and trick your opponent, and that gave Lights the grab. Nice, good there from Icy Miss. Usually sometimes Samus will go for something like a dare or a forward air in those options, allowing her to break through an opponent that's potentially within an edge guard space. But also, you can know that you can whiff punish damage for going with such aggressive option as forwarder. So sometimes they will elect to go for a Zair just because it covers a lot of the options. This is going to be a forward throw. Nice play. Charge shot. Looking to use that to cover the high recovery here. Good forward smash. Not enough to take the stock here, but that does give Icy Mist a little bit of time. And of course, both players have 2 stocks. Icy Mist is definitely going to want to hold on to this one as much as possible. Good up throw for the DI change. But nonetheless, Elites will come a little bit victorious in that situation. All right, Icy Mist, center stage here. Sets up that missile, trying to find an opportunity to kind of come in and use that as something to break through Samus, potentially get a grab or an out of shield read. Nice shield check with the jab here. Unable to find much but the jab. I'm sorry, the grab. Parry. Icy Mist looking to kind of find something here. And slowly, victory is escaping. There's the back air. Nice. Finally, even stocks, not even percent here. Lights has a lot of the momentum going on with 76% onto Icy Mist. There's the up air. Another one. Can he get the third? Nice. And he connects the screw attack for the sweet hit here at 67%. Now both players almost tied up with only 10% separating the two here. But Lights breaks through. Back air. Lights in a tough spot. Can Icy Mist read the high recovery? Unfortunately, by trying to go out there, gave Lights a little bit of the stage, but he's able to find the grab. Down smash. Charge shot. Close. Nice. Using that jump. Doesn't want to get back into a tech situation. Good up air. Not going to be a just yet here, but one more might actually do it against Zero Samus. She is still pretty light. Up throw. And then actually do it because that's a DI mix-up. Great stuff on Icy Mist to slowly bring that back from the depths, making sure that SD was not costly. It was more in Icy Mist's favor, and Icy Mist will move up 3-0 over Lights. Lights finally found momentum in that one, but it wasn't enough to take it against Icy Mist. Icy Mist with great knowledge and great awareness. DI mix-ups are really good against my opponent, and in a situation where my opponent might be trying to DI with what I went through forward throw a couple times, they won't catch me on the up throw when it mattered the most. Icy Mist 3-0 over Lights. Lights not out of the tournament just yet. This will send Lights into losers finals where we await Sans versus Dirty Slow playing it out here. Let's go into the replay. See some things that went through. Nice. Good charge shot on that one. Usually you will see 0-6 damage trying to come back with it, and that's enough. Great out there to catch the middle platform. Up throw. Talked about that DI mix-up, right? At this opportunity, that's when Lights was trying to DI the forward throw so that Lights can get away and then retaliate up against Icy Mist. But at that last situation, last stock, at that high percentage on a small stage, that's when Icy Mist elected to change it up to an up throw. We saw it up throw once before where it didn't kill, but it did give Icy Mist the stage control. And at that second time, it was going to be that one opportunity where it gave Icy Mist the game. So, of course, if you guys are wondering now, Sans did beat out You're Too Slow 3-0, which puts us at losers finals. Sans, the Bowser main, versus the the person in losers here is going to be Lights. Lights has one final chance to get the grand finals, even though if it's going to be from the loser side. This is definitely the last chance for Lights to get that run back on Icy Mist, taking in some of the data that he probably felt like he could have done better. This is also Sans' opportunity for a chance to come back and fight up against Lights for that grand prize money here. Let's see as we get into it, guys. Of course, if you guys are just tuning in, we are approaching, this is basically the final three. Lights, Sans, and Icy Mist are our final three in this bracket tonight here at Smashcade Online number 14. If you guys have been following along, thank you so much for tuning in for such a long song. I've been seeing some of those for the viewer count. Thank you guys for staying with us. We greatly appreciate it. Hit that follow. And if you have that Prime Gaming, we're trying to get used to that. Twitch Prime no longer being Twitch Prime, it's Prime Gaming now. Hit that subscribe button. You got that free sub. Feel free to use it. It is September. $3.99 a sub. Definitely worth it. Tweet out the stream. Let them know, hey, we're approaching grand finals, guys. Time to get in for some hype matches. If you guys are rewatching the VODs, definitely feel free to hit us up on the stream whenever we go live, and check out that Twitter for those updates. Definitely those tweets do go out here. Of course, now we're coming into Sans joining up on the stream here. This is Bowser versus Zero Suit Samus. Matchup that Zero Suit Samus accelerates. Oh. Wow. I feel it. I feel it. Lights DQ, guys. Sometimes when you take a loss against an opponent, it's okay to throw in the towel and say, you know what, my mindset is not in it, my head is not in it. Well, my head and my mindset in reality, but my head is not in it, but neither is my heart. And I don't want to let those two things dictate my playstyle, and which will make me lose more and get frustrated more. It's okay to throw in the white tile, come back next week. Hey, this is Smashcade Online number 14. There's plenty of more to come through as we try to come back to, offline locals one day. So it's always okay to just throw in the towel, come back next week, look at your losses, go back and watch the VODs and see what you did wrong, and then come back with a stronger mindset, knowing what you did wrong, what you could have done better, and then execute that on your next play. The path to improvement is always there, and it's up to you, the player, to make sure you take those steps to improve. Find a Smash coach. There's a lot of Smash coaches out there. I had the pleasure of interviewing a great Smash coach known as Ramsey. I'm going to shout him out here at Ramses_esports. Definitely check him out. One of the great coaches all the way from Europe. But I know you guys know Zeke. Definitely feel free to hit up Coach Zeke, Coach Korean. Smash coaches are very important and detrimental into improving your gameplay and into that path of greatness. Never be afraid to reach out to one and have them tell you what you might be missing. They always view things at an angle you don't see. And never be afraid to try to get an outside source to help you out in your VOD reviews. So, shout outs to Lights. I enjoyed the Zero Suit Samus. I really, really did. Zero Suit Samus, one of the characters, even though I have a frustrating time against, always good to see Lights put on a tremendous show up against You're Too Slow, sending You're Too Slow into losers, and then unfortunately had to run into Icy Miss and elected to DQ. Said it before, say it one final time. It's okay to throw in the towel. Take some time for yourself. Keep that healthy mentality going on, and come back next week when you feel more composed. But let's go into grand finals, guys. Icy Miss versus Sans. Icy Miss has had a tremendous run today, staying all the way in winner's side. Hasn't lost a single one. This is Samus, ladies and gentlemen, up against Bowser. Bowser, we know how Bowser works. He's got that tough guy going on, got that great knockback, great damage, heaviest character in the game. So you won't be seeing Bowser die at like 90%. You'll see him dying at 120, 130, and even at times against Samus at 180. That tough guy allows him to power through a lot of Samus's projectiles, allows him to get in those hits, but also Bowser's knockback with things like forward air, flamethrower has no business doing up to almost 60%. And he can do a lot up against a character like Samus. We're going to see what Icy Miss can do in that game plan to shut down Bowser. Kind of one of those crazy matchups that when I think about it, it is the matchup of tough guy versus projectiles. Tough guy allows Bowser to sort of armor through, but projectiles give Samus those times to kind of pressure the opponent and set up her an even larger gameplay. Especially when it comes to a character like Bowser, Icy Miss is going to have to plot all the stops to make sure if Bowser is going to tough guy through something, he's only going to tough guy through Icy Miss's game plan. But Sans is going to have to make sure if I'm going into Samus, I'm making sure that I'm the one dishing out the damage. I'm using my character's abilities to the finest. Bowser's up B is one of those things that allows him to do tremendous damage out of the shield, especially in an edge guard situation. And Flamethrower is one of those extra layers that you don't see maybe enough. Some players don't really count on it, but Flamethrower being able to edge guard at the ledge has even given characters like Cloud some trouble and can give Samus some trouble, depending on how Sans gets to use it. Both players have gone onto the stage. I could definitely see this going to possibly Pokemon Stadium 2, small stage for both players, usually keeping up at neutral ground, possibly maybe elected to something bigger like Town and City, just because Icy Miss gets a bigger stage to run around, doesn't have to worry about Bowser killing early with the high ceiling, but it also goes vice versa for Bowser. So I feel like both characters may benefit from the stage choices here. Only thing that might change that is probably Town and City, just because you want that bigger stage to move around and that bigger stage to avoid projectiles as well, and to avoid dying early to Bowser. Of course, if you guys have been tuning in, my name has been Vance_EXE, or Vance Christopher for some of you may know me. done several commentary for things such as you guys see today, Smashcade Online, MSM Online, but it's not about me. Definitely hit a follow for the stream. And if you guys want to keep up with some of the latest Smash from this channel here, definitely feel free to hit them up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter as well. So they got some sweet merch, guys. Never be afraid to, buy some new duds. We are leaving the summer season, even though it's currently like 100 degrees here in SoCal. So maybe, you know what? Spring season may be more your area. Maybe the winter season. Check out some new merch. Make sure you're fresh as possible. And hey, donate to the stream here. Of course, hey, there it is, man. Smashcade pre-order today. I know sometimes I need a new bag, carry some stuff, my controller, especially when I go out. Maybe I need a new shirt. I love that vaporwave color. That nice neon pink and blue. Gets a really nice shoe in there for myself, especially as we head towards the winter months. With a nice jacket, may look good, but hey, I'm not wearing jackets, and neither are all these characters. Let's get into Icy Mist versus Sans. Talked about how that forward air, great knockback, great damage here. That allows such a scary position up against Icy Mist. Sometimes forward air has a ridiculous opportunity for Bowser to just get some early stocks, especially if your opponent is off stage. Okay, good forward air. Like I said, an habit that an opponent will do at the corner, even in other fighting games, is jump out of the corners, and you can call that out with a great aerial or an anti-air. Look at Sans, nearly able to put Icy Mist in such a back foot, 138 off the stage here. Nice. I like that. Sans went for a roll. Sorry, Icy Mist went for a roll as a defensive play, but it allowed Icy Mist even to go back to disadvantage, still advantageous for Icy Mist. You don't want to lose that stock. Command grab for Bowser. Takes a stock here. Stock one belonging to Sans. Good call out. Charge shot. I like that bomb bounce. Just to be able to actually cover that get up option. Also cover the high and the stage. And then go from there. 68% back air. That's one of those things sometimes we don't see from Samus. Some people usually see down throw forward air, but it's down throw nair, down throw raw back air, which is a reverse aerial rush back air that'll roll out to do Samus some serious damage. Nice. It's that football shoulder tackle that can do some crazy ways to just break through an opponent. Nice. Great stuff too. It allows Icy Mist to have Sans hold shield and then buy some time for some grab. Great to come in there with the raw back air one more time. Put up some great damage. 168. Bowser is the heaviest character in the game, so he won't be out just yet. It's back air. Nice. Able to come in. Ooh, good one, good one, good one. If Icy Mist isn't going to take the time to try to jump, then I'll just go at Icy Mist and take care of that myself. Forward throw, good change. Not going to be an up throw. I mentioned how against a character like Bowser, up throw may or may not be the most optimal option, especially in Final Destination here. Goes for the forward throw and still able to get through. Icy Mist has brought this back pretty much to even stocks here. Breaks through with upper, nice. Down throw, good. I talked about that down throw neutral air. Great damage. We've seen Quick do tremendous amounts of work with that one, and it's definitely one of the options opponents don't expect because they're usually DIing for down throw forward air being used to Wi-Fi. Oh, good one. I like that kind of a shield check, right? Are you going to hold shield for that charge shot? Fine. Let me get that free grab if I can. Oh, what a powerful read from Sans at that last second when Icy Mist thought it was okay to roll. Sans does that up smash check, saying, you know what, respect the range, respect your get-up options, because I'm always available to take care of those. Bowser has such knockback, such power, such speed, even as one of the heaviest characters in the game, and even having some of the strongest knockback in the game with that up smash read. Great stuff to Sans to take that. Game one, sending Icy Mist a message. I am just aware as you are with those rolls. Alright, so we kind of saw Final Destination. Game one scenario, right? Pretty even playing for both. No platforms. Pretty big ceiling. Right? Well, I wouldn't say the biggest ceiling, but it's pretty sizable ceiling there for both players to kind of survive here. Go on to the next stage. I might see a smaller stage. The one stage we haven't seen tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is actually Nashville. But hey, we're going into Lilat, another small stage. Talked about it. Bowser may be forced to interact with some of those projectiles, but even if Samus doesn't use the projectile game, it's those down throw aerials that Samus can get through, and coming out with the up airs, which are great combo tools for into another up air, and screw attack, as we've seen, can be great for Icy Mist. Nice. Sets up the bomb balls. I like those opportunities here because if Bowser goes for neutral get up, those are really good. Icy Mist with a great spacing in such a stage to try to get a whiff punish, and he finds it with the grab. Not enough though. Good call out. With punish, great opportunity. Icy Mist takes control a lot on this stage. Like that, trying to call the aerial. That was good for Icy Mist. You see Icy Mist set up the bomb ball so that it covers below the platform, forcing Bowser to choose a jump out of shield. That's what we saw Icy Mist go for an up air. Samus can definitely be one of those trap-heavy characters. I like that shield check once more. Icy Mist putting out all the tricks to make sure that the victory goes in my hands. And then there's no reset. Down throw forward air. Charge shot. Set up and play. Nice, good dash back, using that movement here, and like the charge shot off the stage, not enough to do it just yet. Gets the whiff punish with the grab. Icy Mist is taking control here, seeing the jump out of the corner. Icy Mist takes the stock with 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. Icy Mist is back in play. All right, once more again, Icy Mist with the coverage. I like that. Sans doesn't get that Bowser side option there, but still that platform and that low recovery that Icy Mist may be forced to recover from is going to be all into Sans' hands with that forward air. Forward air, great knockback, great damage, but it's the knockback that scares a lot of opponents because it can take early stocks. Oh, I like the Icy Mist kind of waited to see if Sans were going to try to probably directional air dodge and then punish accordingly from there. Down air, not safe on shield, and that gives Sans an up out of shield, which is great damage and a really solid out of shield option for Bowser. Yeah, reads the jump. Bowser usually doesn't like to come out from disadvantage. The punish grab, forward air, like that play here. Icy Mist sets himself up for a potential great edge guard here, 96%. Charge shot, let's go, but I like the fact that he covers, okay, if you're going to get out from one option, I got the other one in play. Nice grab with punish range here. I love the play here. Icy Mist picking apart Sans when Sans thought I was comfortable to play through. Great down smash reaction out of the spot dodge. You got to watch out for those spot dodge cancels. I talked about how up throw not going to work on bigger stages. And smaller stages, even at 180, I talked about a Bowser usually has to be 190 to 200% for up throw to finally kill. Doesn't matter. Icy Mist comes back into play with the back air. 1-1 on the board. Smaller stages working great for Icy Mist. Bowser has less space to run around, has to react to those projectiles. We saw it in the Pac-Man matchup. We see it in the Samus matchup. We see Icy Mist's aggression. Small stages will allow Icy Mist to just get in there and pick apart Bowser. If Bowser tries to directional air dodge onto the stage, that's a whiff punish grab there, and Icy Mist can take a lot of things from there. So we'll see. I probably see maybe a bigger stage, maybe Battlefield for Bowser. We might see Town and City. I talked about how Smashville wasn't one of those stages. We did go to Lila, which is a small stage. All right, potentially see Smashville being one of those. All right. Both kind of starting on the neutral. FD, we saw Sans win game 1 here in FD, so it's going to be interesting to see how Icy Mist is going to treat it out here in game 3. Directional air dodge, usually the option that we'll see in opponents just to not grab the ledge here, and this will be much to Icy Mist's demise as he gets flamethrowered. Good on the tether grab there. Doesn't want to necessarily air dodge on the stage himself because he'll be hit by the up smash. Oh, close to the forward air, but unfortunately forward air starts above Samus for the hitbox and then eventually goes down. Thing to note about Samus does have some niche forward air drag down combos. Very super niche, but some things to note that Samus can do with that forward air. Yeah, this time at these percents, right? Early percents, we saw Icy Mist go for down throw in air. Down throw forward air is much more true at a higher percent. I kind of want to see Icy Mist probably set up into whiff punish ranges, but we see that Sans hasn't elected to be in an option where he can be whiff punished. Down air, not safe on shield. Up B out of shield from Bowser. Gets in that sweet 16%. You gotta be careful when charging Bowser's shield because there's some crazy things Bowser can do. From Bowser Bomb to up B out of shield. Or Whirling Fortress, as the move is called. Charge shot to hold the shield. Like that. A little bit of a fade in here, trying to get that Zair. Nice. Think about Bomb Ball when you come back from the stage on that too. It allows Samus to stall a little bit, but also set up a trap at the same time. It's 2-for-1 move here. Great call out on the aerial. Kind of caught Sans jumping here, but it doesn't matter. Sans is still up on the stock lead here, 88%. And Icy Mist come back, kind of changes things around with a quick 31 to 49 on the back air. Grab, nice. Shield check on that one. I love the shield checks that Icy Mist is consistently putting out. Are you scared of the charge shot? Are you scared of the shield grab? Are you scared of my aggression? Let me know. I will find a grab. Oh, for those of you wondering, at those situations, it's a pretty tough call here because Icy Mist could have just let go of the ledge here, but he knows, hey, if I let go too early, I may get caught by something, and it doesn't matter because you will run out of ledge ability. And Bowser's forward tilt will take care of that. Oh, and the shield break. I'm telling you, the shield checks happen for a reason, and Bomb Ball is one of those opportunities that gives Samus that chance. Icy Mist is trying to bring us to set points, gets the roll, down throw, back air. I love the reverse back air on that one. There's the roll. I like that. Icy Mist looking for a whip punish here. Careful. Oh, that's the third time I've seen Icy Mist do that down air on the shield. While it's really good because it allows aggression, but it's not safe on shield, especially against Bowser, and he'll go for that Whirling Fortress out of the shield like so. Icy Mist is in such a tough spot to lose the game here. Back out of shield, close, but not enough here. It's going to be Sans who gets the back out of shield, and Icy Mist in a tough spot once more. Down tilt, nice. This is the fortress that Bowser can be at the ledge. Finally, Icy Mist breaking through forward out of shield, but the cross-up is not enough, and the command grab here from Bowser not able to do a great DI from Icy Mist. 157 here. And unfortunately, Samus did not automatically sweet spot the ledge, and Bowser can angle that forward tilt to get through, putting Sans 2-1. This is the victory that Sans was looking for, and the victory that Sans found in game one. Samus, close enough here. Let's put Sans at set point and possibly the bracket reset that Sans wants. And I see a little bit of a stage choice change here. This is probably going to be more so in Icy Mist's favor. For those of you wondering, there is no DSR, but hey, I talked about it. Follow Smashcade on their official Twitter. If you guys got any feedback, definitely let them know. They're willing to work here with the community to put on some great online tournaments, and they're willing to work with you to make them better. Let's go on to the next game here.
2, 1, go!
Smaller stage. Once again, we saw Icy Mist get the W on the smaller stage here. We'll see how things can play here. This is actually a stage that I feel Bowser kind of benefits a little bit more with that 3-platform layout. Just because there's some crazy things Bowser can do on the center platform if he gets the Bowser side. But also, it may or may not be the big deciding factor. You can see Sans kind of takes advantage a little bit of the center stage play here. Good forward smash. I like that. Reads the direction of air dodge landing. Sets up the traps here. Charge shot, not enough. But the football tackle is enough to bring him off the stage here. Once more for the trap here. Gets the grab. Shield check once more. I love Icy Mist when he's able to get those shield checks. Sets up the play. I like it. Trying to see if Sans was going to run out eventually to try to go for a neutral get up and then trap him with the charge shot. Go to Icy Mist not to panic on below the stage from the forward air, but Sans gets the better of the reaction on the stage here. 165. Sans is up 2-1 here. And Icy Mist knows what he's got to do to make sure that the bracket reset doesn't happen. Up throw, that'll do it on a smaller stage. I talked about 190 and above, usually being that opportunity in which Samus can finally get that up throw kill. And on the smaller stage, it's definitely much easier. Nice, full cross up with the back air. Been sneaking into 50%. Icy Miss has a lot to say. Nice, tries to call out the aerial. Gets the roll, down smash, great play. 64% forces the air dodge here on the platform, and a sneaky up air to cover that one as well. Icy Miss taking it to 90 here. Forward air. I like the jab check. There's some small niche things that Samus can also do with jab 1 into some combos. It's not too familiar with a lot of the confirms, but I know Icy Miss definitely looks at some of those higher level Samus mains like YD, and of course Quick, one of the great Samus mains out there. Nice. This is an up throw. That'll do it. Oh, not enough. Just at 190, barely. Icy Miss up 2 stocks. Down throw neutral air. Early percents, that'll be true. 51%. Sans is feeling the heat here. But the next stage choice is coming up for Sans, and it's up to Icy Miss. If Icy Miss can finally close out the set here, there's another forward air. Goods there. That would have been slow enough to push Bowser off, a little bit more off to the left. May not have killed, but it would have put Bowser in a tough spot to recover. Oh, I like the fact that Icy Miss wanted to stall, but that was just too far out where Bowser can still get the forward and still recover. Great back air out of the charge shot here. Sets up the trap one more time. Icy Miss with a few charges. There's the Zair. There's the charge shot. None have to call out the jump here. Nice. Gets the roll away from the flamethrower. Unless you're caught in front of the flamethrower, it won't necessarily trap you in. And keep in mind, you can still SDI. Icy Miss trying to close the deal on the sale here. Can I get the game 5, Sans? Let me close this deal. Dash attack to put him away here. I like that delayed neutral air. Force the low recovery. I like that from Icy Miss, but I don't think that was the right opportunity. Can you get another pummel? That'll be the up throw. Not it just yet. You even saw it. It has to be a little bit over 190. Forward tilt. Talk about Bowser being the heaviest character in the game is much to a lot of characters' demise. Back air? Yep, that's the cross up. The recovery frames for Flamethrower is not in Bowser's favor, and that's puts Icy Miss to punch that ticket into game 5, ladies and gentlemen. This is either bracket reset or bracket end for both players. Icy Miss on the small stage. Can Icy Miss win the bigger stage? That's the bigger question. It has been a counter-pick war between big and small stages. Icy Miss wins the small stage only for Sans to win the bigger stages. You saw that on FD being the one deciding factor. There's no DSR, so we might be going back to Final Destination. Or we might be going to something to Town and City, maybe Kalos. We'll see how things go. I don't think we're going to go back to PS2. Okay, so a little bit of an update for you guys. DSR is a rule, but up to players to enforce. If both players can agree to go somewhere, they can.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, well, we're on PS2 here. So it's kind of a little bit of a... Oh, no. Okay, I was going to say a little bit of neutral for both players. Because it is a stage that benefits both players in general. But it's still small, so Samus has a little bit of opportunities to, let's say, hey, Bowser, you want to come on that platform? Face an aerial. Nice. Good up B. Punisher. Icy Miss slowly taking this here. This is the back throw. Yep. Take the stage control. Take the stage. Get the whiff punish. Unfortunately, in the middle of trying to set up, Icy Miss didn't have enough time, and Sans fights back in with a forward air. You can see how this stage kind of being neutral for both players kind of brings in why the percents are a little bit more closer here. There's the parry. Tries to lead in. There's the dash attack. Icy Miss with the punish here. Wants to get the up air. Finally finds it. Not enough Bowser. Still one of the heaviest characters in the game. Still surviving to a charge shot. Ladies and gentlemen, Icy Mist is going to have to do a lot to make sure that this Bowser goes away, but finally the up throw at 201 will do it here. Icy Mist with a stock lead. You can see Sans charging in those back airs. One connects, and it's curtains for Samus to stock on that one. Oh no, this is the back throw? Not going to be the stock just yet. Oh, that was going to say that might be rough the eye. I'm not too sure. Nice. Icy Mist here with a 24%. I like Icy Mist is doing an excellent job of calling Sans in a comfortable spot, which is the aerial. It's close to the downer. That would have definitely been an early stock here, putting Icy Mist in such a lead. Nice. I think Icy Mist is trying to do the jab. The jab one combo. Down smash, not enough. Bowser did not have his hurt box out there. His hurt box does go a little bit out there when he goes for a Rolling Fortress in the air, so you can punish it accordingly. I think down tilt might have been the better option, but only Icy Mist knows what he was thinking at that opportune moment. Nice. Good return on the Zera into the forward tilt. Icy Mist with such a lead. Here's the forward throw once more. 177. Can Icy Mist get the setup here? The bomb ball covers the optioning, which Bowser might have tried to confirm. Sets up the low recovery once more. Can he call out the aerial? Nice. A little bit of patience. I like that. Didn't want to immediately go for the screw attack afterwards. Try to spot dodge. Sans slowly coming back. This is literally anybody's stock here, and that'll do it for Sans. No, not just yet. Great DI on Icy Mist. Literally, it's even stock here. Up throw will do it, though. Kind of caught Bowser match. I would say pressing forward tilt buttons a little bit too overzealously. Oh no, and on the roll back, Icy Mist. This is neck and neck. Goes to show why a stage like that, down tilt neutral, a nice one. Icy Mist takes back on the platform here. I'm sorry, center stage. Dash attack, nice. Careful. Oh, I like that from Icy Mist, trying to directional. No, okay, I was going to say, hold the phone here. That might have been much to my Icy Mist's demise. It's not about the percentage in which Bowser is, it's the fact that if Bowser is able to finally break through Icy Mist's barrier of projectiles, aerials, whiff punishes, then Icy Mist can lose the stock even at 63%. Oh, that was close. You saw the beginning of up smash. Literally even game, and the final dash deck, and that do it. Icy Mist, ladies and gentlemen, is your Smashcade Online number 14 winner with brilliant charge shot play, forcing Sans to fear the ground, and enough for Icy Mist to finally break through with the dash attack. Give it up for Icy Mist, your winner, Smashcade Online number 14, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's get into the replay. We talked about how Final Destination, one of those stages where Sans was able to do well, and just when Icy Mist thought it was safe to roll, you're never safe against Bowser up smash. Great range, great power, great knockback. Finally, the up throw. We talked about a little bit of the combo up throw, showing a much higher percentage against Bowser. So that forward air here, able to take it. Once again, FD, one of Sans' best stages here to come on to. Catching it from the bomb ball. We thought how Icy Mist can not only use that on the stage, off stage, but even on high on the stage. Yep. You keep in mind you do lose ledge invincibility a lot faster the higher percentage you are. Yep. One thing to know in that scenario here, bomb ball actually has a hit bump in the explosion, in which you can get shield broken. It's actually a shield check that Samus can do that is very, very strong. Yep. Mrs. Hurtbox, pretty out there in that one. She's a tall girl. Nice. This is one of those things that Icy Mist is so comfortable and so proficient at doing is if Sans comes back from the ledge, he's holding shield. And that gives Icy Mist an opportunity to do a little bit more pressure, a shield break, or a shield grab. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been Smashcade Online number 14. I have been Vance_EXE. You can feel free to follow me on my Twitter at Vance_EXE. Yep, and definitely want to talk about, you guys, some of that merch. I haven't had a chance to talk about it much on stream, but we are approaching the end of summer, and it's time to get some new duds. I know, like me, I'm a fashionista, a little bit, not too much. Champion shirt, definitely really suit with the Smashcade logo right in there. Of course, you want to get that bag to hold your Switch, your controller, right when we go back to offline tournaments. You want to be well equipped, right? Get yourself that bag, get yourself that champion tee, not just any tee. I know some companies, they put out that Hanes tee, maybe that American Apparel tee, but this isn't a Champions tee, man. You guys are getting good quality with a great price, with a great shirt, just in time to head into those winter months. Find some great wear with that merch there, guys. And of course, if you guys want to keep up with the stream, hit that follow button, hit that sub button. It is September, $3.99 a sub. Don't wait until it's over. Sub now, especially don't wait until your Prime Gaming sub comes up there. Definitely want to use that and give it up. But if you guys want to follow more with Smashcade, I urge you guys to hit up their Instagram, their Facebook, their Twitter, their YouTube. They got it all there for you guys, especially how I talked about how if you guys want to improve, check your VODs. Check your VODs, because they are definitely one of the ways that you can do to practically improve. And also, if subbing is not a way to help keep the lights on, help keep the stream running, then a direct donation is another. So always consider those donations, guys. I think that about it wraps it up, guys, for me. This has been Smashcade Online number 14. This is Vance signing off, and it has been my pleasure to serve you.